Welcome to Galgotias University. Galgotias University, a premier educational institute situated in Greater Noida, is devoted to teaching, research and innovation for the betterment of humanity. Offering over 100 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, Galgotias University is the top choice for students all over the country. We believe in the philosophy of student first, which nourishes and prepares an individual to step into this world and make a change. Today is one such day in which our students will be ready to take their leap of faith. A day where their home would become alma mater. Welcome to the online convocation for the batch of 2020. A day which will be a mark in our history as we'll be conducting our first ever online convocation. In these tough times, technology will bind us together. So join us to celebrate glory and fraternity. The batch of 2020 is a special batch. It's a batch which showed us endurance and courage. As the corona pandemic filled us with fear and anxiety, the batch of 2020 stood firm on their dreams courageously and are aspiring towards it. As you bid us adieu, the conversations in lecture halls, the hangouts at the cafe, the hallways buzzing with energy, all will not be the same. You would feel your essence and memory here as you leave for the big world. Let us all take a quick tour of our campus to relive the memories we created here. The lecture halls where we all learned, discussed and made mistakes together. The library whose air is filled with the fragrance of books and enlightenment. The sports complex which made us all pump our adrenaline. Last but not the least, the cafeteria where we all just lived the moment together. Most importantly, the campus which is our home, where we all shared dreams together. This place will miss your presence for sure. The pandemic paved the way for the first ever e-convocation in Galgotias University for the batch of 2020.
Please put your hands together for Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Ramgopal Rao, Director, IIT Delhi. Honorable Chief Guest Shri Sumant Sinha, Founder, Chairman and Managing Director of Renew Power, India's leading clean energy company. Honorable Guest of Honor Dr. Kevin Warwick. Honorable Guest of Honor Shri Pankaj Singh. Honorable Chancellor Shri Sunil Galgotia. Honorable Pro-Chancellor Srimati Padmini Galgotia, Honorable Chief Executive Officer Shri Dhruv Galgotia, Honorable Vice-Chancellor Dr. P.V. Bajaj, Honorable Pro-Vice-Chancellor Dr. Pradeep Kumar and Dr. P.K. Sharma, members of statutory authorities and all deans and HODs. We also have with us today Mr. Sudhir Mishra, Senior Geo Lead, Talent Acquisition, Infosys, Mr. N. Ambala, Manager, Global Campus Hiring, Talent Acquisition, Wipro, Mr. V. Mrityunjay, Human Resources, Talent Acquisition, Cognizant, Mr. Rajat Sikka, Regional Head, Academic Relations, North India TCS, Mohammed Arif Kaushal, HR, Talent Acquisition, Automobiles, India Private Limited. Mr. Shankar Mahadevan, Mr. Shan, Mr. Kailash Khe, Ms. Shivani Kashyap, and Mr. John T. Rhodes. Good morning. Galgotias, that as an ambassador for this esteemed university, as an ambassador, you have the opportunity to show the world what your education means as you forge your path. For some of you, that path may mean the beginning of a new career or new job responsibilities. For others, it may mean continuing your education and research here or at other institutions of higher learning. Truly, today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in relentless pursuit of knowledge that will enable a purpose. Welcome everyone to the 5th Convocation ceremony of Galgotias University. We are indeed overwhelmed and honored to have distinguished luminaries for today's event. We are privileged and blessed to have Professor Rao, Director IIT Delhi as our chief guest. Dr. Rao has contributed incredibly in the field of nanoscience. He is a teacher, a researcher, and a visionary in the field of nanotechnology. And we are very honored to have you here with us, sir. We are also deeply touched and feel encouraged by the prominent presence of Shri Sumant Sinha as our chief guest. Shri Sumant Sinha, the Chairman and Managing Director of Renew Power, which is the largest renewable energy IPP in India in terms of total energy generation capacity, and he is a firm believer that renewable energy is no longer only about energy security and climate change, but also the opportunity that will provide economic advantages, propel local economies, and create more jobs for all. We are deeply touched and feel encouraged by the prominent presence of Dr. Kevin Warwick, our guest of honor for today. Dr. Kevin Warwick has contributed immensely in the field of artificial intelligence, controlled robotics, and biomedical engineering. We feel encouraged by the prominent presence of Shri Pankaj Singh as guest of honor. Shri Pankaj Singh is an Indian politician from Uttar Pradesh and is a member of Legislative Assembly from Noida. He is also BJP's General Secretary for Uttar Pradesh. Honorable Chancellor Shri Sunil Galgotia, Honorable Pro-Chancellor Srimati Padmini Galgotia, Honorable CEO Shri Dhruv Galgotia, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. Pradeep Kumar, and Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. P.K. Sharma. Honorable members of Executive Council and Academic Council, as well as the other dignitaries to the convocation present here. We thank you for being here with us today to celebrate this occasion together. Before we begin this joyous ceremony, let's seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati. May I now request the students to recite the Saraswati Vandana.
Sa sa re sa ni ni sa ni pa pa ni ma 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 ga
Chancellor of Galgotias University, Shri Sunil Galgotia. He is a humble leader with philanthropic skills worth commending, a vivacious personality with extraordinary aesthetic sensibilities. It is my distinct privilege to request our Honorable Chancellor Sir to declare the convocation ceremony open.
This convocation ceremony has been called to confer the degrees upon the candidates certified to be worthy of receiving the degrees. The convocation ceremony of Galgotias University has been called to award the degrees in various programs of the university upon the students who in the examination held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I hereby declare the convocation open.
Thank you so much, sir. To welcome everyone present here, may I take the pleasure of requesting our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Preeti Bajaj, to present the welcome address and the report of the university.
Chief guest of the 5th Convocation Ceremony of Galgotias University, Honorable Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao, Honorable Mr. Sumant Sinha, Founder Chairman Renew Power, Honorable Chancellor Shri Sunilji Galgotia, Guest of Honours Dr. Kevin Warwick, Guest of Honour Mr. Pankaj Singh, Honorable Chancellor Shri Sunil Galgotia, Honorable Pro-Chancellor Srimati Padmini Galgotia, Chief Executive Officer Mr. Dhruv Galgotia, members of the statutory authorities of the university, Registrar Controller of Examination, Deans, distinguished invitees, graduating class of 2019 and 2020, parents, faculty members of the Galgotias University, press and electronic media. Very warm welcome to all of you. Sir, we have a tradition of inviting prestigious institutions' heads and other dignitaries to witness the growth of the university and to seek the blessings and also to share their success story towards excellence. I deem it as an honor and privilege to welcome Dr. V. Ram Gopal Rao, Director IIT Delhi, for accepting our invitation to grace the occasion as a chief guest and agree to deliver convocation address. My sincere and heartfelt thanks for his genuine gesture. We are extremely fortunate to have amidst us Mr. Sumant Sinha, Founder Chairman Renew Power, and Honorable Chancellor Sir, Pro-Chancellor Ma'am and CEO. Thank you for joining us today for 5th Convocation Ceremony. It's my proud privilege and it gives me immense pleasure to present before you the annual report of Galgotias University on major accomplishments of various parameters such as student laurels in outside world, placements, publications in reputed journals and conferences, peer recognition of the faculty and staff, research establishments. The vision of the Galgotias University is to be known globally for value-based education, research, creativity and innovation. The brand colors as reflected in our logo are red, representing enthusiasm and energy, yellow representing innovation and blue representing the trust, dependability and commitment. We have 18 schools and 73 undergraduate programs, 49 postgraduate programs and 22 PhD programs. We have approvals from various councils like Pharmacy Council of India, Bar Council of India, Indian Nursing Council, Council of Architecture, National Council for Teachers Education, National Council of Hotel Management and so on. This year Galgotias University, by virtue of its meticulous planning and through religious and relentless efforts, have been listed in 150 to 200 band of top universities of India in NIRF India Ranking 2020 as declared by MHRD. The accreditation of 3 undergraduate programs have been granted by National Board of Accreditation under Tier 1. Galgotias University is the youngest in the country to get such accreditation by NBA. Other ranking awards of the university in last 2 years are E-Learning Excellence for Academic Digitization by QS iGauge E-Lead Certification for Excellence in Online Learning in 2020. School of Pharmacy is also being ranked in the band of 75 to 100 in the NIRF ranking amongst all pharmacy colleges in India in 2020. The DQICT Award for Excellence in Academics and Placement, and also for top ranking university in academics and global linkages. Excellence in Academics and Placement by DataQuest, Cyber Media ICT Awards, India Excellence Award for Best Private University in Academics and Placement, ASSOCHAM Award for being the Best Private University for Academics and Placement, also listed in top 5 business colleges, top 10 law colleges, top 5 mass communication colleges in Uttar Pradesh by India Today Ranking 2020. Ranked in top 5 business schools in India by GHRDC Top Business School Survey. With around 800 plus faculty members, 3 academic blocks having construction more than 64,000 square meter, the university is also having campus 5-star boys hostel accommodating more than 1400 students and off-campus girls hostel for accommodating more than 200 girls. The university has also received the new approval for physiotherapy programs by IAP with 3-star ranking, Animal House facility by CPCSEA Government of India, start of 20 new programs for SMS. The program curriculum of BTech CAC and MTech CAC and its specialization program are Amazon AWS Educate verified and approved. The School of Finance and Commerce has launched a new program BCom Honors Financial Market incorporating the NSC certification from the academic year 2020. The School of Finance and Commerce has successfully completed the training for its BCom Honors International Accounting and Finance program from the ACCA UK. University has brought reforms in academics and examination system. The new rules and regulation including PhD regulations have been approved from the winter 1920. We claim its first ever university to follow the outcome based education in true sense across all disciplines and all school. Credit transfer system, multidisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary approach, CBCS, relative grading and university core courses like AI, data science, innovation, creativity and entrepreneurship, disruptive technologies, creative arts and liberal arts and professional ethics, human values are being introduced in January 2020. On MOOCs front, the 2019, the university had more than 6,000 registrations and in various courses both semesters, out of which 35 toppers, 16 gold category, 193 silver and 180 candidates were declared in elite category. Based on the Galgotias, university have been ranked amongst top 100 local chapters by SWAYAM and special certification of AA category logo was provided to the university in 2020. This semester, there were more than 9,000 registration and even under corona crisis, the university participants have performed exceptionally well in SWAYAM platform activities. As the nation headed towards lockdown, during this social distancing period, the university was the first to switch to online mode from March 2020 itself. For virtual classrooms, LMS with inbuilt feature for conducting virtual class, Blue Button, Congria and Zoom for video conferencing with the students were made available. Till 30th April, the uploading count was more than 9,000 e-content, assignments more than 3,000 and 100 plus URL with videos. University has also virtual lab chapter under IIT Delhi and ensured all faculty gets training and labs are being conducted through virtual lab for all engineering and many science courses. Internal assessment components as well. For undergraduate and postgraduate students undergoing internships, project evaluation and reviews were also conducted online by professors and conducted various different seminars, how to write research paper, book chapters, patents and so on. Galgotias University has been inculcating practical skills and creating global professionals. Galgotias University is known for its combination of state-of-art campus, strategic teaching learning process and together with the most advanced facilities, creating an environment in which wholesome corporate personalities are created. 300 plus instances in which in one year wherein faculties have been resource person as in conference chair, session chair, keynote speaker, advisory board, etc. Total 293 webinars by 433 resource persons were done during lockdown period and 18 international events have been carried out. Lifetime Achievement Award has been received by Dean SBBS, Professor Ranjana Patnaik from Professional Association in the 7th International Scientist Awards on Engineering, Science and Medicine. Dr. Preeti Bajaj has been listed as an Margadarshak for AICT, has been on steering committee of National Education Policy for Uttar Pradesh and many more. Galgotias is known for its placement across all disciplines. The campus placement drive witnessed offers from prominent Fortune companies, and major accomplishments are 2020 pass out students grabbed more than 1500 offers in the first 15 days of placement. Amazon runs an ACMS program for female students in which selected students are provided internship and job opportunity. 38% of students were able to grab multiple offers during the placement session of 2020. 85% of students of 2020 batch have been placed. 20 students placed in Byju's at a package of 10 lakh per annum. 13 students have been placed in Cement at a package of 11.18 lakhs per annum. 21 students have been placed in Extra Marks Education India Private Limited as a package of 12.4 lakhs per annum. Rahul Chauhan and Divyansh Chaurasia BTech CAC students have grabbed an international job offer in Butmok at a package of more than 9 lakhs per annum. Monica Sharma selected for 6 months internship at American Express with the monthly stipend of 70,000. Deepak Singhal selected as a software developer engineer at Amazon Development Center India Private Limited with a package of 30.25 lakhs. One of the student, Kumar Divyamani, was selected for MIT bootcamp in MIT, USA, and he was amongst the top 350 students of the world. On research front, Galgotia universities have Scopus papers 139 in 2018, 195 in 2019 and 149 in 2020, total in 521 in 2018, 917 for 2019 and 870 for 2020. Total citations in last 3 years have been 308 for Scopus, and university also have many publications in Web of Science and SCI. In last 3 years, university has given 91 research papers in SCI with the citations of 1685 and with publishing 10 book chapters as well, and 7 edited books in 2019, 40 book chapters and 8 edited books in 2020. The university has filed 32 Indian patents in 2018, 37 in 2019 and 33 in 2020, which makes a total of 102 in the last 3 years. 90 patents have been published so far in the last 3 years and 2 have been granted. Faculties have also on their name international patent grants. In 2018, a total of 113 and in 2019 total of 45, and in 2020 160 PhD scholars have enrolled for the doctoral program. Total 200 plus supervisors are there in the university with 450 students and 8 have been awarded so far. Review by peers, 6 monthly progress seminar, PhD colloquia, pre-submission are few best practices followed at GU. Galgotias University have 8 international professors as co-supervisors for PhD program. The highlight of this year was the session delivered by esteemed Professor Mohammad Yunus, Honorable Nobel Laureate on 8th of July, with the collaboration with Yunus Center of Post-Corona Reconstruction Program on the topic No Going Back. 2 Centers of Excellence have been established at the Galgotias University in last 1 year. First one was the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, wherein there are 10 people from Artificial Intelligence Global Team. The center has trained more than 200 faculties in Python and Machine Learning. 2 FDPs have been conducted in association with IIT Bombay in Python programming, wherein 301 participants have participated. 1 international AI summit has been organized, wherein 660 participants from 100 plus cities in India and 3 countries have been registered. Center is running currently BTech in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Bosch has signed MOU with the center. University has established the Center of Excellence in Satellite Design Center. It's a joint development of 0.3U slim student-centric satellite known as Galgotia satellite in collaboration with International Space Exploration Agency based on the open collaboration philosophy paradigm and launching it with ISRO PSLV. It will be the first of its kinds in the Indian academics. Inter-satellite communications will be tested in low Earth orbit and along with the other individual mission objectives of each satellite. In 2020, research awards have been instituted in the campus and all faculties with the commendable publications were felicitated during the function. It was chaired by ex-director of IIT Delhi, Dr. Raghunath Shegaonkar. 90 faculties have been rewarded and with the incentives more than 14 lakhs and distributed amongst the faculties and the other accomplishers. And that was on writing, SCI and Scopus publications. Many professors from world-class universities have visited university campus in 1920 winter, amongst which few names are Professor Socrates from Vanderbilt University, USA, Professor Saurabh Ghosh from Cornell University, Professor Jason from University of South Carolina, Mr. Nirbhay Mathur from UTP Malaysia, Professor Allen from University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Professor Carlos from Spain and Professor Alippi from the Milan, Italy. Professor Peter Pier, University of European Union and Professor Polowski from Poland, Dr. James Cornott from University of North Carolina, Charlotte University, and also university has conducted the breach courses for international students. The Hindi and the English were the two subjects for which refresher courses and the breach courses were offered to all international students. More than 600 students have been benefited out of this. In addition to this, at international front, 2 days international virtual summit was organized in the month of May 2020 on opinions, impacts and advancements on COVID-19, the future of industry, education, research, economy and technology. 21 speakers from over 7 countries, they have presented their thoughts, which was witnessed by more than 30,000 participants. 5 professors have accepted as an Galgotias University honorary professor. The university believes in student-centric activities having very strong presence of student council. It coordinates more than 25 clubs and societies in the campus. Those are Galgotias Studio D, the dance club, Galgotias Note Vida, the music club, the Galgotias Actors Hub, dramatics club, the Galgotias Fashion Club, the Galgotias Speak Make Club, Galgotias Fine Arts Club, the Galgotias Camp Circle, the Photography Club, Sports Society, the Technical Society, Galgotias Gaming Club, Galgotias Creative Club, Quiz Club, Macalites Motorsports Club, the Multicultural Business Scholar Club and many more. This year we have also started with Hindi Club. The students who wanted to improve on Hindi, they have initiated this activity. The Student Council have organized more than 100 plus extracurricular events and 50 plus intra and intercollegiate events and competitions. The 4 members of TechnoJam, the Technical Society, were selected for Google Summer of Code. Another student, Prashant Kumar, who represents India in 3A side roller hockey and was the youngest Indian player to win silver in Malaysia. The university has also won 1 gold medal in karate, 2 gold medals in taekwondo, 1 gold medal in land gaming, 1 gold medal in poetry and 10 plus gold medals in hackathon. Due to the pandemic, the Student Council has organized India's first online fest and the Galgotias Unifest on 24th and 25th of April with 35 events, which witnessed more than 5,000 participants across the globe. Galgotias University has 5 major professional societies and their student chapters in the campus. Those are IEEE, Institute of Engineer, ASHRAE, the American Society for Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, SAE and ASCE. In 1920, the team of Automantra of School of Mechanical Engineering, led by Shomit Agrawal and Akash Javla, with the core members of Prashant and Mukul, Mukul and Tarun, have bagged 37th rank amongst 100 plus national team in the Formula Bharat 2020 at Curry Motor Speedway, Coimbatore. The Galgotias University has given a sponsorship of 3.5 lakh for this project. Another team of 1819, Adil Wazir, have received Institute of Engineers Young Engineers Award along with his 2 friends in 2018 by the Institute of Engineers for their exemplary contribution in, as well as academic achievements. In the same year, Macalites Motorsport participated in the ISIE 2019 under E-Card category and they were the IKEA 2019 champion. They also brought glory by becoming first ranked under Best Crosspad, Best Endurance and Best Driver for IKR 2019. A team of 25 Galgotias University students have also developed two-seater solar car with 100% financial support from the university. The university has also NCC units for the girls which aims developing qualities of character, courage, commandership, discipline, leadership, secular outlook, spirit of adventure and sportsmanship, and the ideals of selfless service amongst the youth to make them useful citizens. With the motto of NSS, not me but you, Galgotias reflect the essence of democratic living and upholds the need for selfless service. Few worth mentioning activities are Balika Suraksha, gender issues, Kavach, the Swachh Bharat, International Youth Day Festival, Fit India Movement, Yoga, lecture on obesity, the AIDS awareness campaign and many more. Number of students qualified to receive degree in today's convocation for 2019 for 190 students for diploma for 8 programs, 30 students for integrated program, 555 students of postgraduate for 31 programs, 5 students for doctoral degree, 2,489 undergraduate students for 35 programs. In total, 3,271 students for 85 programs. 2020 pass out, 1 student for certificate course, 267 students for diploma programs, 8 diploma programs, 44 students for integrated degree, 637 students postgraduate students for 31 postgraduate programs, 1 student for doctoral degree and 2,691 students for 33 programs. In total 3,305 students for 85 programs. Number of students who will be qualified for the medals in the university convocation in this convocation are for 71 students for gold in 2020, 51 students for silver, 31 students for bronze. In total 153 medals for 2020. For 2019, 70 students for gold, 54 students with silver medal and 33 for the bronze. In total 157 medals are going to be distributed in this convocation ceremony. The Chancellor's Trophy is given to the one who has performed outstandingly for all 4 years. 2020 Chancellor's Trophy goes to Shaurya Chauhan of School of Computer Science and Engineering and Shweta Gupta of Clinical Research. And 2019 Chancellor's Trophy shared with between Azim Uddin of School of Computer Science and Engineering and Julie Koshi of School of Education. Let me take opportunity to congratulate all graduate, postgraduates, doctoral students and award winners, the medal winners and their parents for their noteworthy achievement. I also congratulate each one of them and wish them the best in their lives, both at professional and personal front. I am sure that they will be the brand ambassadors of their alma mater and keep the Galgotias University's flag fly high. Today, there is a bliss, enthusiasm and positive energy all around amongst the students, staff, faculty and all invitees. Finally, I congratulate the graduates on everything they have achieved and on behalf of Galgotias University, wish you all the best for bright, prosperous, productive and satisfying future.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With all humility, I now call upon Honorable Chancellor of Galgotias University, Shri Sunil Galgotia, to address the August House on this occasion.
A very warm welcome to our chief guests, Dr. Sumant Sinha, Chairman Renew Power, Professor Gopala Rao, Director IIT Delhi, Professor Kevin Warwick, Coventry University, USA, and our guest of honor, Shri Pankaj Singh Ji, who have spared their valuable time to attend our online convocation. Good morning to the Executive Council members, faculty, graduating students and parents who are present here at the online convocation. Dear students, it gives me immense pleasure to see you today, as today marks an important day in your life and an important milestone in your life's journey. It's not only a moment of pride for you, but also for your parents, your teachers and friends as they see you embark on this new journey of life. My dear students, I believe that the mantra for success is how best you can utilize your wisdom gained through the continuous process of learning. You are inheriting a post-COVID world full of challenges, but you will also have equally large opportunities. You will be architects and innovators of the new normal world. I believe that an institution is not built with bricks and cement or with money. It is built with human energy, and here at Galgotias, you are that energy. It is a fact that each of our destiny is in our hands, and we are all formed by our thoughts. What you become tomorrow is shaped by what you think today. So think wisely. Students, you will encounter several challenges, difficulties and problems in life. Never be afraid or run away from problems. Problems always come with a silver lining. When life becomes difficult, the best thing to do is ask yourself a simple question. What is it here to teach me? Look at the life of any successful person and you will see a series of failures. This failure is the foundation of success so long as we learn from it. So when you start your journey, I hope you will keep encountering challenges. It is a blessing to be able to survive them and climb up the mountain of life. Only two things can lead you to achieve real success in life, and that is by inculcating human values and sanskar. My dear students, you must always remember to respect your parents and elders, as they are the ones who have sacrificed their career and savings to give you the best education. Blessings from your parents and elders can take you a long way in life. Never stop learning. I have come to the conclusion that learning is the fundamental activity in a successful and purposeful life. Life gives us endless opportunities to learn, and the more difficult the situation, the more we are likely to learn. With these words, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating students and their parents, and of course, our gratitude to the industry for the recognition given to our students as worthy of being employed in the best corporates in India and leading companies abroad. The industry's trust in us has ensured a very happy transition for all our students from the classroom to the workplace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your vision with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the manifestation of oratorical excellence and wisdom are graciously seated on the dais. The well-known personas will soon leave us spellbounded by the pearls of their wisdom. I would like to invite Dr. Ram Gopal Rao to address the House.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Galgotias University and management members, members of the Senate, faculty members, graduating students and their parents, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, my hearty congratulations to the graduating students who are receiving medals and degrees today. My congratulations are also due for their parents. From this day, you begin a new journey in your lives, a journey which I am sure will be exciting, enriching and rewarding. I consider Galgotias University as one of the good private universities in the country. We are going through difficult times. You will be remembered as COVID batch for the rest of your life. You will also remember these times with a lot of nostalgia. Always remember, the only way to survive this period is through self-discipline and a lot of resilience. Develop that never give up attitude. Like many students here, I have also had very humble beginnings. I hail from a small rural area called Kollapur in Mahabubnagar district, Telangana state, and studied in government schools in Telugu medium until my 12th standard. Coming from a lower middle class background, I knew that education is my only avenue to move ahead in life and find a good job. Getting good marks in the examination was all that mattered at that time. Since I had no specific plan, I explored all the options that came my way, but worked with a single motto in life: whatever you do, do it with passion and give your best. My life changed after I joined IIT Bombay for my MTech degree. I came across some of the finest teachers, great mentors, and above all people who challenged me. After that, I had never had to look back. I went to Germany and then to USA for my doctorate and postdoctoral studies, came back and joined IIT Bombay as a faculty member. It has been an exciting journey since then. My single motto in life is to impact society through technologies and improve the quality of life through scientific innovations. I am a strong believer that the journey of resurgent India, the India that we aspire to live in, needs to start at the doorsteps of our academic institutions such as Galgotias, academic institutions such as IITs. University system in India needs major restructuring. Starting from the governance pattern to academic curriculum, we need a radical change in our higher education sector. The focus of our education system is centered on studying and not centered on learning. That is what we need to see as the foremost change. I see 4 different aspects which our higher educational system needs to adapt to in order to stay relevant in these changing times. 1. Job seekers to job providers. While our educational institutions attracted the best talent from all over the country in all of its programs, we were largely successful in churning out graduates who were job seekers rather than job providers. For our students to become job providers, it is important to instill in them a do it yourself attitude and a confidence to chart their own course in life, their own destiny. This requires an all round development and not just a subject knowledge. Ability to work in teams, ability to build and lead teams, and an exposure to real world problems are necessary qualities for a future graduate. Immersion programs where students get to work in diverse environments such as hospitals, rural areas, industries will be useful. Creativity is about connecting the dots and exposing students to diverse experiences and environments is a key requirement to instill in them the necessary confidence to help them chart their own course of life. The second aspect of our higher educational institutions that is changing is globalization. We are living in a connected world, a world where upheavals in the economy of a small country or political instability in a remote island nation can affect economies of large global players. Trade across the boundaries is a necessity. With the advent of new technologies for communication, world starts to look like a small place. Students developing a global outlook and able to realize their potential on a global scale is an important aspect for our national development. We need to welcome international scholars and international students to our universities, and we also need to develop increased exchange programs with foreign universities and organizations. Our universities need to become the melting pots of global cultures and learning centers for international best practices. The third aspect of our educational institutions that needs to also change is the anywhere, anytime learning models. COVID has brought tremendous focus to this aspect. India has also taken to online education in a major way now. For example, the NPTEL programs and the recent MOOC initiatives funded by MHRD have taken online education to the newer levels. NPTEL courses taught by IIT and IISc faculty are available freely on YouTube and are watched by more people than any other educational resource in the world. Through the recently launched MOOC initiative, many of these courses are now being converted into a two-way interactive mode. A virtual lab project funded by MHRD and undertaken by IIT Delhi is also helping students in many institutions in the country to get a practical exposure to advanced experimental setups. We are going through a phase where we need to convert online learning into an enjoyable experience. The students who are entering our institutions today will retire in around the year 2060. No one can predict the future to sufficiently educate them. Nobody 10 years ago could have predicted Google to compete with the likes of BMW and Mercedes and Apple to take on the traditional watch giants like Rolex. Lifelong learning and upgradation of skill sets is going to be important. We need to give our students the necessary foundation in basics and essentially teach them how to learn. The fourth aspect of our educational institutions which needs to change is that our educational institutions need to become idea factories. A significant amount of good quality research is currently happening in our higher educational institutions. For example, IIT Delhi was ranked 39th in the world in 2018 for its research impact as per the QS ranking. Quality research undertaken by the faculty aids in the quality of educational training that we impart to our students. Research and teaching feed on each other and need to go hand in hand. However, doing research and writing papers alone is not sufficient anymore. Innovation needs to become the new mantra for our institutions. Innovation is all about connecting, is all about putting knowledge into practice. This also makes research sustainable. Innovation will thrive when our institutions become idea factories. For this, we need to bring unlike minds together, unlike in terms of cultures, disciplinary training and attitudes. The three I's that must guide us in our pursuit of becoming idea factories are international collaborations, interdisciplinary research and industry startup connect. Relevance and delivery need to become the hallmark of our research and development efforts. Delivery can happen through startups, while relevance can come through exposure to society. Some fraction of the research that we undertake in our higher educational institutions must aim at solving the problems that we see around us. Having spoken about the reforms taking place in our higher educational institutions, I would now like to take this opportunity to give you, the graduating students, 3 advices as part of this convocation address. Having been in the higher education system for over 20 years now and having seen so many bright young students go through the system, I am tempted to give you these advices. The first advice is remain a lifelong student. There is so much to learn and never lose that childlike curiosity and that inquisitiveness to learn. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. Learning will take you to places and will open up new opportunities. End of learning is also end of career. Learning is also about asking the right questions. For example, much of the research that we conduct today is also about learning from nature. We call it bio-inspired research. For example, nature does not generate any waste. Waste generated by one process becomes input for another process. This simple truth, if followed in our manufacturing processes, would make the earth livable and livable for the future generations. Not just development at any cost, but sustainable development needs to become a mantra for us. There is also much we can learn from nature in developing such technologies. So, remain a lifelong student and keep an open mind and learn from every source that you come across. The second advice I want to give you is you must give your 100% to whatever you do and you must also aim high. As the greatest football player Pele once said, success is no accident, it is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice and most of all love of what you are doing or learning to do. All of us have certain talents. How we recognize them and nurture them separates one from the other. Even the talent which looks natural is acquired through rigorous practice, concentration and dedication. I see many students living life without having found their passion, their interest. They have not explored life enough. They tend to settle down too early doing mediocre things. As some management theories seem to suggest, it takes about 10,000 hours of hard work to become an expert at something. I advise some of you to pursue higher studies and do a PhD if your family conditions permit. PhD from a good place only opens up opportunities in entrepreneurship to industry R&D and will not close any of your options. Please remember, as young adults, you will also see successes and failures in equal measures. What you see on the surface is not what lies underneath. All of us have seen failures in life, but we did not get drowned in our failures, nor did we allow our successes rule our existence. In my own case, if I had got everything that I aspired for at one point of time, I would have been much worse off right now. On hindsight, I am happy that I failed in certain things. That motivated me to look for newer avenues and chart my own course and a future. This is very important in life. I see so many young children going into depression in our campuses and sometimes taking extreme steps. Life is beautiful and it is anyway very short. There is no need to make it even shorter. Keep learning and aim high. It will never be boring. Always remember, successes and failures in right measures contribute to one's growth trajectory, and individual growth never depends only on successes. The third advice I want to give you is build a character. Never compromise on your principles and never lower your bar when it comes to honesty and uprightness. Parents and teachers can give a lot of advices, but building a good character is in your own hands. As the author Cyrus A. Bartol once wrote, character is a diamond that scratches every other stone. Success built on honesty is everlasting and will eventually help build a society that is fair and equitable. I am sure the best among you will also come back to academics and teach in our institutions of higher learning. The country needs the best teachers. If teachers produce students who are inferior to them, it becomes a decaying function and the quest for knowledge will end. That makes the society stale. I wish all of you the best life can offer. As our ex-president late Shri Abdul Kalam used to say, dreams are not those which you see while sleeping, they are something that do not let you sleep. May you all have dreams that keep you awake, so you can experience the wonders that life has in store for you. Thank you very much for inviting for your function. Thanks.
Well, that was phenomenal. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts and valuable address with our students. Moving ahead, I would like to call our next chief guest for our day, Shri Sumant Sinha, to address the August House.
Respected Shri Sunil Galgotia ji, Chancellor, Galgotias University, Mr. Dhruv Galgotia, CEO, Galgotias University, Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Vice Chancellor, respected Professor Ram Gopal Rao, Director of IIT Delhi, my alma mater, Professor Kevin Warwick, Coventry University, members of the Honorable Board of Governors and the Executive Council of Galgotias University, and most of all, my dear young friends. Thank you so much for inviting me to this convocation ceremony, a momentous occasion for both your university as well as for the graduating students. I have always found it refreshing to talk to bright young minds on occasions like this, as it allows me to reminisce on my own journey, from my days as a student to my days as an investment banker, and finally to my entrepreneurial journey, which keeps me quite busy these days. Nevertheless, I am really glad for this opportunity to share some key learnings and experiences with tomorrow's leaders, you all, who will no doubt go on to shape the country's future. In an ideal world, I would have very much liked to have been in your midst and to feel the positive energy and excitement in the air. However, as we all know, current circumstances are such that we need to settle for a virtual ceremony, and that is really the new normal. Nevertheless, let me begin by congratulating the graduating batch on the successful culmination of all your hard work and efforts over the past several years. Well done, and really savor this moment. Today, however, is not just special for each of you. It is equally important to recognize the contributions of two very important stakeholders in your journey, your teachers and your parents. Please take a moment to recognize and express your gratitude to both. They have worked very hard as well. They have believed in your potential and they have sacrificed a lot to invest in your future. And they are really a good reason for you to have come this far. And as you advance in life, you will realize that parents and teachers ultimately are the ones who get happier at every success that you have. And they will never claim credit for it. They will just silently lend you all their support. Most importantly, they are the ones who have gifted you a core set of values, which should help guide your future actions, no matter what career you choose for yourself. Many of you may be aware that a convocation is also called a commencement ceremony. That's because it marks a new beginning as you wrap up classroom learning and begin a new and exciting journey of lifelong learning. I am sure that all of you are raring to go and to plunge headlong into the professional world with all its challenges and opportunities, with your dreams and your ambitions of making it big. And I sincerely hope that all of you have made good use of your time at the university and learned as much outside the classroom as in it. Universities like these are melting pots as they expose you to students from so many different cultures and backgrounds. There's a lot that you can learn from them. Different perspectives, different approaches. And this is how you learn to respect diverse ideas and opinions, even at work. It is actually a great dress rehearsal for your future at the workplace, because you will need to get along with a diverse team where each member will have a different style of operating. As you go in this journey, be sure to nurture and grow the friendships you have made here, for it can prove to be a very critical asset for you in the days ahead, as you realize the value of networking, which can open many a door. Many years ago, I was in your shoes, optimistic like you, dreaming of the future and energized to take on the world. A few years from now, when you all look back on this day, you'll remember it as a defining moment in your evolution as a professional, as a technocrat, as an entrepreneur, or wherever else your dreams might take you. But most importantly, keep in mind, as a human being. I personally have been fortunate to have had a pretty eventful career so far, which has allowed me to give shape to my dreams. But I must say that one defining aspect of my own journey has been the many lessons that it has taught me, and in fact is still teaching me. These lessons have widened my horizons, helped me course correct when needed, and made me stronger and hopefully better, not only as a professional, but also as a human being. I will use this occasion to share 8 key learnings with you, which have been my guiding mantras and might help you to be more effective in your careers. And on a lighter note, if you can even remember half of these down the line, then I will have passed the test of being an impactful convocation speaker with flying colors. So please do try to remember these lessons as you go forward in life. Lesson number 1. Success is not an accident. No matter how smart you are, and I'm sure there are many of you that are very smart, there is absolutely no substitute to working hard. As you celebrate this moment, be sure that the road ahead will be full of challenges and will be highly competitive. You simply cannot afford to rest on your laurels. There are absolutely no shortcuts to success, and you must be prepared to grind it out in the professional world. Remember, even Sachin Tendulkar, when he started every innings, he began from zero, and he had to build his innings after that. Back in 1992, when I was completing my master's in international affairs from Columbia University in New York, I was looking for a job, just like I'm sure some of you are right now. And I must have sent out more than 200 resumes, simply asking for interviews for a job. And I must tell you that I got precisely 4 interview calls, 196 rejects. That was a truly humbling experience for me, especially after my experience at IIM Calcutta, where I had got all the jobs that I had wanted. But fortunately, after all that hard work and all that rejection, I was able to land that one job that I really required. And even later in life, when I decided to start my own entrepreneurial venture, Renew Power, when I was looking to raise capital from various private equity and venture capital investors, I went and spoke to many private equity and venture capital investors. And most of them said no for a variety of different reasons. But I kept at it for 3-4 months. And after spending many anxious moments, I was finally able to convert that one investor. And I was able to raise $200 million from Goldman Sachs. That whole experience, in fact, both those experiences, taught me the importance of perseverance, of not giving up easily. Because you never know which is that door behind which opportunity is waiting for you. And the only way to find out which that door is that you have to knock on as many doors as possible and really hang in there till your moment arrives. So no matter how dark things look, no matter how bleak things look, you have to keep persevering, because you never know when you might get the success that you require in your life. Lesson number 2, never ever stop learning. You know, I interact with many fresh graduates in my company, and it is really refreshing to see the quest of knowledge in youngsters these days. Many a times I end up wiser after some of these conversations. or learn something brand new. And therefore, as we progress in our professional lives and as we grow older, we often stop learning new things, but we mustn't. In life, in reality, you may think so, but there is no end goal. Life is a journey, and it is all about the experiences that you gain during that journey, which is the true essence of life. No matter wherever you reach, there will always be new horizons to conquer. So make sure that you maintain that hunger for learning right throughout. Make sure that you maintain the hunger to keep achieving new goals as you go forward. You have to expand the frontiers of your knowledge for that reason. The world is evolving at a very rapid clip, and therefore it is important to upgrade your skills and to keep up with the latest trends and techniques to stay relevant. And yes, you can learn from anybody, your juniors or your peers, and you should never let ego come in the way. Lesson number 3, whatever you do, give it your 100%. It is very important to stay committed to your work, especially at the beginning of your career. You may have to handle a diverse set of responsibilities, many of which you may not have planned for. However, it is critical that you give your very best in whatever task is given to you. There is always something that you can learn from any task that you do. Take initiative, show interest, ask questions where necessary, and try to take complete end-to-end ownership of the work that is given to you. Create your own path by staying alert to opportunities. So when they arrive, you can grab them with both hands and make them count. Passing the buck sometimes seems like an easy thing to do, but ultimately people can see what you're doing and it will hurt you in the long run. So therefore, my experience is that commitment is very important. And I also found that commitment is directly linked to passion. Passion is what will drive you to office every morning. When you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to try to improve constantly and not see it as a task. Remember, mediocrity is not an option. So give it your best at all times with a can-do, will-do mindset. Lesson number 4, never compromise on integrity and ethics. And I cannot stress this enough, because as a professional, you will face many situations that will test your character and test your very principles and your value systems. You need to ask yourself in those times, is a particular action right or wrong? And if you get an answer from deep within you that it is wrong, have the character to stand up and say, I will not do it. I will not be part of it. Have the confidence that if you're ethical and play by the rules, you will get your results eventually. Core values like honesty and transparency are absolutely non-negotiable. No end can justify unethical conduct. A strong moral compass should guide your actions and decisions at all times. Be it at work or in your personal life, having a good sense of judgment, what to do and what to avoid, will always prove very, very useful. Lesson number 5, stay grounded in success and undaunted by failure. Let me share a couple of very beautiful lines from Rudyard Kipling's famous poem. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, remember, your journey ahead will be full of challenges. You will win some and lose some. You must, of course, enjoy winning, but do not let it go to your head or impact you. Stay grounded. At the same time, you must also be prepared to fail. Not even the best cricketer takes 5 wickets all the time or hits a century in every match. In Silicon Valley, the hub of entrepreneurship, failure is worn as a badge of honor. Unfortunately, in India, we often forget to teach our youngsters how to cope with failure, which is inevitable at some stage. Know that it is absolutely okay to fail as long as you can learn from your mistakes and bounce back wiser and stronger. That way, you will make every failure a stepping stone to success. And therefore, be it success or failure, try to stay balanced and calm. And at such times, remember the lines from the Serenity Prayer written by American theologist Reinhold Niebuhr. God, give me the strength to change the things that I can, the serenity to accept the things I cannot, and the wisdom to tell the difference. Attaining that wisdom, my friends, is what the journey of life is all about. Lesson number 6, be flexible, be innovative. As you begin your career, it is important that you're open to ideas, opinions, and perspectives, even if they appear contrary to your own views. Many a times you will see a divergence between theory and practice. So it is important that you are flexible and ready to unlearn where necessary. As you all know very well, I am sure, change is the only constant. And so to keep pace with this change, you may need to change your own style as well. It is equally important to innovate, try out new approaches and new solutions. Think laterally. We are in an era of disruptive innovations. So develop the habit of challenging the status quo. You may not always succeed, but that should not prevent you from taking calculated risks or venturing beyond your comfort zone, especially for those of you aspiring to be entrepreneurs, that too in a highly competitive world. Creativity and the ability to think differently is what can give you that little competitive edge. Lesson number 7, work for the right goals. And this is also very important. You must work hard. You must chase your dreams, but you have to know where to stop, because there is no end to what all of us want. There is no end to our desires, and there is always something more that you can aspire for. It is in fact a never-ending cycle and will always keep you on the edge. For inner peace, it is absolutely necessary to look beyond money and fame and success beyond the point. It is better to set a higher purpose in life and work towards that. And I must tell you that I've been fortunate that in Renew Power, I have got that higher purpose when I'm actually working towards trying to solve the problem of the country in terms of carbon emissions. And it gives me the sense that I'm doing something with a higher purpose. So yes, of course, I'm doing this to create value, and I'm doing this to create a large company. But behind all of that, I also have the higher purpose that I'm working for. And that is something that will always drive me and motivate me. And I therefore hope that all of you will also find your higher purpose as you go forward in your life. That will then hopefully drive you more than things like money and success and fame, which are to some extent fleeting. Lesson number 8, give back to society. There will always, especially in a country like India, be people who are less privileged than you are. Do what you can to help them in whichever way you can. I must tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than being able to give back to society. And why should you say give back? It is just giving to society. Be ready to walk the extra mile to make a positive difference to people's lives. And remember, you don't need to be a billionaire to do this. Simple gestures too matter a lot. Moving on to another topic which is close to my heart, entrepreneurship. For those of you who are planning a startup, do know that there is no right time or wrong time to start an entrepreneurial venture. You could do it straight out of college, or after a few years of working, or it could even be as the second innings in your life, as was the case with me. It's all about waiting for the right opportunity to arrive. Don't be in a hurry. Study the market, get the right experience, take your time, and when you believe that you are ready, take the plunge. Trust yourself, back yourself. You must stick to your vision, your idea, through whatever initial struggles and also the subsequent highs and lows, which are part and parcel of every entrepreneur's life. As I said earlier too, perseverance, grit, and resilience are perhaps the most critical aspects for any entrepreneur. Some of you, I'm sure, would be anxious that you're graduating at this time with the economy doing so poorly because of the impact of the pandemic. But let me tell you that as somebody who has seen more of the world, my sincere advice to all of you is, don't panic. Don't give room to negativity. While we are experiencing a disruption of this scale for the first time, let me tell you that such events or similar events are not really uncommon in the world of business. We had the tech crisis in the year 2000, That was followed by a global collapse of the financial markets that led to another global recession in 2008. These are cyclical features that recur every 8 to 10 years. And so you just have to be prepared for the volatility in your careers. This pandemic is not the first black swan event, and it for sure will not be the last. What you need to do is to stay calm, remain focused on the task at hand, upgrade your skills, and be agile enough to quickly adjust to the changed business environment. Let me move on to another issue which is very dear to my heart and concerns all of us. And perhaps it might even be more relevant to you as you are the next generation. I'm talking about the issue of climate change, which has now snowballed into almost an emergency. Our planet is at grave risk due to unabated pumping of carbon into the atmosphere from various sources. Melting glaciers, erratic weather patterns, like increased frequency of floods and droughts, forest fires. All of these are hinting at the calamity that may hit us if we do not get our act right and quickly. COVID-19 has showed us how serious the consequences can be when we are unprepared or not resilient enough. We can ill afford another such crisis, and we need to take urgent steps to address this situation. A very good way to do this is by fast-tracking adoption of clean energy, such as solar and wind, as they do not emit harmful carbon. The renewable energy sector has grown significantly in the last 6 to 7 years. And now, as we build our economy post-COVID, it is absolutely essential that we do not lose the momentum. Rather, we must ensure that renewables are at the heart of the rebuilding strategy. Remember, there is no vaccine for climate change, and climate change does not respect boundaries. The future lies with renewable energy. It is the only option as we look to build a truly resilient and inclusive society that can withstand such kinds of global recessions. A reassuring trend we can see is that investors are now increasingly wary of investing in traditional oil and gas companies, and they are now beginning to shift their funds towards clean energy companies or companies that follow a robust, what is called environmental, social governance or ESG strategy. In the last few years, you might have noticed, if you were paying attention to this sector, that there's been more than a 50% drop in the market cap of energy majors like ExxonMobil. Now contrast that with the rise of 2 or 3 times in the market cap of leading clean energy firms like Ørsted or NextEra, or even the very steady rise, in fact the meteoric rise, in the market cap of a company like Tesla, which is now equal to the market cap of all the other automobile companies in the world put together. The numbers certainly tell you a story. They tell you a story of the shift in investors' preferences. And as tomorrow's leaders, you have a huge responsibility to be at the vanguard of this transition towards sustainability and climate change mitigation. As business professionals, it will be important that you champion sustainable practices within your teams, within the larger organizations where you're working, and also influence and motivate your peers in the community. Your concerted action and commitment to this cause will yield a better and healthier planet for your generation and for those to come. I do hope that you bear this in mind in your own interest. Before I end, let me remind you about the importance of good health. If you stay fit, you will definitely be more productive and enjoy a longer career. So do try and find time for some form of exercise, whether it is yoga or running or whatever sport works for you. It is also important that you take regular breaks and spend quality time with your families. They will always remain your biggest source of inspiration and support. No better way to recharge your batteries than spending time with them. And in conclusion, let me say, my absolute best wishes to all of you for a very rewarding and successful journey in your respective lives from this point on. Go out and celebrate and enjoy this wonderful day. All the best for your convocation, and thank you very much for giving me this time.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable address with our students. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to call our next guest of honor for the day, Shri Pankaj Singh, to address the students.
आज गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी के 2020 कॉन्वोकेशन में वर्चुअली पार्टिसिपेट करने का मौका मुझे मिला है। मैं इसके लिए गलगोटिया ग्रुप के चेयरमैन श्री सुनील गलगोटिया जी, ध्रुव गलगोटिया जी और पूरी मैनेजमेंट, यूनिवर्सिटी की पूरी मैनेजमेंट की टीम को मैं बहुत आभार करता हूं कि आपने मुझे यहाँ पर बोलने का मौका दिया, अपने थॉट्स शेयर करने का मौका मुझे वर्चुअल कॉन्वोकेशन में यह अवसर आप लोगों ने मुझे दिया है। आज सच में जो कोरोना का ये जो पैंडेमिक ये पूरा चल रहा है, इस पैंडेमिक में जिस तरीके से आज ये माहौल बना है और उसके कारण आज मुझे भी फिज़िकल अपीयरेंस के बजाय मुझे आप लोगों के बीच में यहाँ वर्चुअल अपनी बात आप लोगों के बीच में रखनी पड़ रही है। मैं हमेशा ये कहता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जब मैं जाता हूँ, इस बात को मैं कहता हूँ कि बहुत पहले से हम लोग दो एब्रिविएशंस खूब यूज़ किया करते थे कि BC और AD, लेकिन अब सच में वो बिफोर क्राइस्ट जैसे बोलते थे। तो अब ऐसा लगता है कि आज के युग में यह एज बिफोर कोरोना वायरस और आफ्टर कोरोना वायरस की लाइफ हो गई है। और हम लोग एकदम एक्सट्रीमली जो एक चैलेंजिंग टाइम है उसमें हम लोग यहाँ पर रह रहे हैं। और पूरी ह्यूमैनिटी इस समय, पूरा जगत इस समय और सभी लोग मिलकर इस स्ट्रगल को साथ में या इस ये डेडली वायरस जो है इससे लड़ने का काम अभी हम सब लोग मिलकर यहाँ पर कर रहे हैं। और यही है कि जब हम सब ये ह्यूमन रेसिलियंस और स्पिरिट जो होती है कि हम किसी भी चीज़ को जाने नहीं देंगे, गिव अप नहीं करेंगे, यही ये वक्त है जब सभी को मिलकर यह अपनी स्पिरिट शो करने की आवश्यकता होती है, इसको दिखाने की ज़रूरत होती है और वो वक्त आ गया है। और मैं हमेशा इस बात को मैं मानता हूँ कि ये एक ऐसा वायरस से हम लोग लड़ रहे हैं जिसको कि नेकेड आइज से हम देख भी नहीं सकते हैं। एक ऐसे वायरस से हम इस समय लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं और ऐसे में फिर मैं यही कहता हूँ कि हमारा ब्रिलियंस, हमारा एंड्योरेंस, हमारी पेशेंस, हमारा जो नेवर गिव अप का जो हमारी जो स्पिरिट होती है उसको दिखाने की बहुत ज़रूरत है, उसको प्रदर्शित करने की बहुत ज़रूरत इस समय हम लोगों को है। हम यह भी मैं समझता हूँ कि हम यूथ के बीच में मैं यहाँ पर बोल रहा हूँ और हमारे देश ने तो कई बार यह दिखाया है, बड़ी से बड़ी चुनौतियाँ हम लोगों के सामने आई हैं, लेकिन उसका सामना हम लोगों ने किया है और विक्टोरियस होके हम लोग निकले हैं, कोई भी बड़े से बड़ा चैलेंज क्यों ना हो। और आज भी मैं इस बात को मैं कह सकता हूँ, ख़ासतौर पर यूथ के बीच में मैं बोल रहा हूँ, इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि यह भी एक कोई ऐसी चुनौती नहीं है जिससे कि हम लड़कर आगे ना आ पाएँ। निश्चित रूप से हम आप मिलकर इस चुनौती का सामना भी करेंगे और यहाँ से भी जीत कर हम लोग निकलेंगे। और यह तो तय है कि अपने करेज और अपना कन्विक्शन हमारा जो भी हो, उसको अगर हम सब लोगों के बीच में यह दोनों चीज़ें हैं तो निश्चित रूप से हम अपने किसी भी लक्ष्य को हासिल कर सकते हैं, किसी भी सपने को जो हमने देखा है उसको हासिल कर सकते हैं। कोई ताकत हमको उसमें नहीं रोक सकती है। आज कॉन्वोकेशन के प्रोग्राम में मैं समझ सकता हूं कि आप स्टूडेंट्स को दोनों फीलिंग्स होंगी। इसमें यह भी लगता होगा कि आज कैंपस की लाइफ को, कैंपस के कंफर्ट को छोड़कर अब हम रियल लाइफ के चैलेंजेस को भी हम देखेंगे, उनका भी सामना हम लोगों को करना होगा, आपको करना होगा। और उसके साथ साथ ये उत्सुकता भी रहती है कि अब ये नए जीवन में हम जा रहे हैं, तो एक तो कंफर्ट को छोड़कर जाना, अपने दोस्तों के साथ अब अलग अलग क्षेत्र में लोग काम करेंगे, कैंपस में थे, परिवार के तरीके से लाइफ रहती है, उसको छोड़ के जाने का थोड़ा अफसोस भी होता है। और साथ साथ में जब हम नई दुनिया, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि रियल वर्ल्ड में जब हम लोग जाते हैं, नए चैलेंजेस हम लोगों के पास आएंगे, नई अवसर आएंगे, अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ होंगी, तो उसकी उत्सुकता भी मन में होती है। लेकिन देखिए दोस्तों, मैं ये ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगा कि हम इस बात को ज़रूर ध्यान रखें कि हम जब अभी तक आपकी सफलता का, आपकी असफलता का आकलन सिर्फ किसी शहर में, किसी कैंपस के चार दीवारी के बीच में होता था, लेकिन अब जब आप कॉन्वोकेशन के बाद अपने डिग्री लेकर जाएंगे तो आपका सामना इस रियल वर्ल्ड के चैलेंजेस के साथ होगा और पूरे विश्व लेवल पर आपकी धीरे धीरे आपकी क्षमता का आकलन होगा और वहाँ पर सफलता हासिल करने के लिए जैसा मैंने कहा कि आपका साहस, आपका करेज और आपके अंदर का कन्विक्शन जो होगा वही आपको नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाने का काम करेगा। तो यह मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि आपने सबसे पहले तो अपने अंदर जो क्षमता है उस क्षमता को समझने की ज़रूरत है और सबसे पहले तो आप गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी में आपको एडमिशन मिला है, 12th के बाद आप आए और आपने गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी जैसे रिनाउंड कॉलेज में आप पढ़ रहे हैं, तो यही मैं समझ सकता हूं कि आपके अंदर क्षमता होगी तभी आप यहां पर एडमिशन लिए हैं, यहां पर आपने ये डिग्री अब आपने ली है तो आप जा रहे हैं। तो क्षमता वो है लेकिन उसको सही दिशा देने की ज़रूरत है और मैं पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त हूँ कि अपने टीचर्स आपके आशीर्वाद से, अपने माता पिता के आशीर्वाद से और अपनी क्षमता के बल पर आप निश्चित रूप से आगे बढ़ेंगे। और मैंने कहा कि जो परसिवियरेंस और जो पेशेंस है वो किसी भी सफलता को हासिल करने में आपकी निश्चित रूप से वह मदद करेगा। और पढ़ाई भी जो आपने पूरी की है, मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि हमारे पढ़ाई लिखाई जो हुई है उसका आधार भी हमेशा सिर्फ ये करियर ओरिएंटेड इसको मानकर नहीं चलना चाहिए। लाइफ में सक्सेस चाहिए तो करियर ओरिएंटेड तो है ही है, आपने पढ़ाई लिखाई की है, आप आगे बढ़ेंगे, आप अच्छी जगह पे काम करेंगे, लेकिन साथ साथ मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि हमारी पढ़ाई का आधार भी, पढ़ाई लिखाई का, शिक्षा का आधार भी करियर ओरिएंटेड होने के साथ साथ कैरेक्टर ओरिएंटेड भी होना चाहिए। लाइफ में आगे बढ़ना है तो हमारी सब क्षमताओं के साथ साथ जब तक हमें अपनी ताकत का पता एहसास नहीं होगा, जब तक अपनी परंपराओं का, अपने रूट्स का, अपनी जो हमारा एजुकेशन भी जो ये कल्चर का वैलिडेशन उसके साथ साथ नहीं होगा, वैल्यू और एथिक्स की अगर हमें अगर कद्र नहीं होगी तब तक हम सब कुछ रहने के बाद भी जो सफलता हासिल करने चाहते हैं, जो मन की शांति हासिल करना चाहते हैं, वह हम हासिल नहीं कर सकते हैं। इसीलिए मैं आपसे ज़रूर आग्रह करूंगा, सभी क्षमताओं के साथ साथ अपनी जड़ को कभी मत छोड़िए, अपनी परंपराओं को कभी मत छोड़िए, अपने देश की जो लंबे समय से जो आध्यात्मिक ताकत रही है, अपनी सांस्कृतिक ताकत रही है, उसको हमेशा पकड़ कर रखिए और यही हमारी पहचान है। और जब पूरी दुनिया के बीच में आप जाएंगे तो अब ये डिपेंड करता है, इसीलिए मैं हमेशा स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जब मैं बोलता हूँ तो मैं कहता हूँ कि ये निर्भर करता है। कई बार ये होता है कि नहीं, इतने 19, 20, 21, 22 साल के लड़के तो आजकल ये कर रहे हैं तो हम भी ये क्यों ना करें। तो ये हम पर निर्भर रहना है, करता है कि हम भी वैसे ही किसी की तरीके से एक व्यक्ति बन जाएं, इंसान बन जाएं, या हम एक ऐसी क्षमता जो अंदर है हमारे, हम अपने आप को ऐसा बनाएं जैसे कि इस विश्व के अनेकों अनेक उस उम्र के ब्रैकेट में जो लोग आते हैं वह आपको फॉलो करें, आपको अपना लीडर माने, आपको इंस्पिरेशन अपना माने और इस तरीके से वह अपने को भी बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश करें। तो ये निर्भर हम लोगों के, आपके ऊपर ही यह निर्भर करता है। तो अपनी जड़ों को कभी छोड़ना नहीं है, इस बात की चिंता हमेशा होनी चाहिए। और देखिए, लाइफ में सक्सेस मिलेगा, सब कुछ होगा, लेकिन मैं इतना ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगा आप सब लोगों से, सभी चीज़ों को मेजर करने के लिए आज हमारे पास यूनिट्स भी हैं, हमारे पास मशीन्स भी हैं, इक्विपमेंट्स भी हैं, लेकिन सब कुछ है आपके पास। लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ एक तो सेल्फ स्टीम और सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। कॉन्फिडेंस होना ज़रूरी है। और कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे आएगा? ये दुनिया आपको कॉन्फिडेंट, अगर आपके अंदर कहीं पर भी कोई कमी है, अगर कोई क्षमता में कोई कमी है, अगर कैरेक्टर में कोई कमी है, तो ये दुनिया आपके कॉन्फिडेंस को हमेशा लो करती रहेगी। आपके अंदर ये आपका कैरेक्टर, आपके अंदर की ताकत है और उसको हमेशा आगे बढ़ाते रहिए। और मैं ये कहता हूँ कि आपको मैं स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जब ख़ास तौर पे रहता हूँ तो मैं इस बात को मैं ज़रूर कहता हूँ कि हमारा ये दुनिया को जो हम अपनी बात शेयर कर सकते हो, दुनिया के साथ, अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ, अपने टीचर्स के साथ जो बातें हम शेयर कर सकते हैं, उनको बता सकते हो, छिपाने की ज़रूरत नहीं हो, वही रास्ता सही है। क्योंकि और सही गलत देखने के लिए, वेट मेजर करने के लिए मशीन है, लंबाई नापने के लिए भी सब है, स्पीड नापने के लिए है, सब कुछ है। फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री सब आप पढ़ते हैं, सारी चीज़ों की जानकारी आपको है, सब कुछ है। लेकिन रास्ता हम जो ले रहे हैं वो सही है या गलत है, इसके लिए कोई इक्विपमेंट, कोई मशीन, कोई टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है। इसके लिए तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ सिंपल रास्ता यही है कि हम जो बात दुनिया के को बता सकते हो, जिसको छिपाने की ज़रूरत किसी के साथ नहीं है, वो सही है। उसके अलावा बाकी सारी चीज़ें गलत है। और ये कॉन्फिडेंस जिस दिन आपको आएगा, ये दुनिया की कोई ताकत आपके सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस को नीचे नहीं कर सकती है। एक तरफ आपका क्षमता, आपकी पढ़ाई लिखाई, और दूसरी तरफ आपका यह कॉन्फिडेंस। दुनिया की कोई ताकत आपका सिर नहीं झुका सकती है। हमेशा आपका सिर ऊपर रहेगा। और अपनी वॉइस इस पूरी दुनिया में जब अगर बनती है, या कहीं पर भी, जितने आप जिस भी क्षेत्र में और जिस भी संख्या के लोगों के बीच में आप रह रहे हो, कितने भी बड़ा हो, छोटा हो, बड़ा हो, लेकिन अपनी आवाज़ जब बुलंद होती है तो वह एहसास एक अलग एहसास होता है। उसकी खुशी एक अलग खुशी होती है। आज आप डिग्री लेकर आप यहाँ से निकल रहे हैं, आपके हाथ में डिग्री भी है। आज सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि जैसे इस पैंडेमिक में आपने पूरी मेडिकल फ्रैटर्निटी को आपने देखा कि किस तरीके से सेल्फलेस होकर वह लोगों की सेवा कर रहे हैं, पूरी डेडिकेशन के साथ, पूरी डिवोशन के साथ। अब इसके लिए हम लोगों ने कभी थाली बजाकर, ताली बजाकर, शंख बजाकर उनका मनोबल भी ऊंचा किया, और मनोबल ऊंचा करते रहने की आवश्यकता भी है। रात दिन वो अपने जान की परवाह किए बिना भी लोगों की सेवा कर रहे हैं। लेकिन मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि ये जो आपके हाथ में आज ये डिग्री है, इसको कोई सिर्फ ये अपना ही पोजीशन, ये इंडिविजुअल पोजीशन उसको मानकर मत रखिए, बल्कि इसको एक सोशल ट्रस्ट के रूप में आप इसको लीजिए और अपनी जिम्मेदारियों को भी एहसास आप करिए। यह इसको सिर्फ एक ये मैंने डिग्री ले ली, मैं पढ़कर आ गया, ये मेरा है, सिर्फ इससे नहीं, ये समाज को, सोसाइटी को अब हम क्या दे सकते हैं, इस बात का एहसास भी हमारे मन में निश्चित रूप से यह होना चाहिए। ये मैं आप सब लोगों से मैं आग्रह में करना चाहता हूँ। और जो हमेशा जो दुनिया को या समाज को, हमारे पास क्या है, हम इस सोसाइटी को हम अपनी तरफ से क्या दे सकते हैं, तो ये एहसास हमेशा, ये अपनी पहली ड्यूटी हम लोगों को समझना चाहिए। ये कोई लास्ट चैरिटी के रूप में इसको नहीं, बल्कि अपने फर्स्ट ड्यूटी के रूप में उसको हम लोगों को देखना चाहिए। और यूथ तो मैं जानता हूँ इतनी एनर्जी, इतनी ताकत आप सब लोगों के में है कि जो मैं हमेशा बात करता हूँ स्टेट ऑफ माइंड की, तो और वो स्टेट ऑफ माइंड जो यूथ के लिए इंट्रिंसिक हो, इसके लिए मैं हमेशा मैं बोलता हूँ। और जो कभी भी हमेशा मीकनेस पर नहीं बल्कि फर्मनेस पर वह बिलीव करता है, हमेशा वो कमज़ोरी नहीं बल्कि साहस, करेज की वह बात करता है, हमेशा वो डिवीज़न नहीं बल्कि इंक्लूजन की बात करता है। तो ऐसे वो जो स्टेटस को नहीं, जो जैसा है वैसा ही रहेगा, वैसा नहीं, बल्कि अपनी क्षमता से, अपनी योग्यता से चेंज की बात, सकारात्मक पॉजिटिव चेंज की जो बात करता है, वही यूथ है। मैं सिर्फ किसी एज और सिर्फ किसी स्ट्रक्चर की मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं तो बात कर रहा हूँ आपके मन की स्थिति की। और यही एक यूथ को सबसे आगे करता है। दुनिया के बड़े से बड़े बदलाव आप देख लीजिए, आंदोलन आप देख लीजिए, उसमें आगे बढ़कर उसको चुनौती को स्वीकार किसी ने किया है तो यूथ नहीं किया है, और पूरी दुनिया उसके बाद झुकी है उसका। लेकिन एक बात ज़रूर है कि नौजवानों का जोश और बड़ों का होश, इस बात का भी यह चिंता हमेशा होनी चाहिए। सिर्फ हम यूथ हैं, हम ही बदल देंगे, हम ही सब सही हैं, ऐसा नहीं है। बड़ों का होश, यह भी बहुत ज़रूरत होती है। तो सबका मिश्रण के साथ ही हम आगे बढ़ें, यह चिंता हम लोगों को हमेशा होनी चाहिए। और यह कहा जाता है, अर्न एज इफ़ यू हैव 100 हैंड्स बट डोनेट एज इफ़ यू हैव 1000 हैंड्स। जैसे तो अपने जो भी आप आगे निकल रहे हैं, तो हम सोसाइटी को क्या दे सकते हैं, हमारे अंदर क्या क्षमता है, हम कैसे इस सोसाइटी को लाभान्वित कर सकते हैं, किसी दूसरे के जीवन में हम रोशनी कैसे ला सकते हैं, ये कोशिश अपने को हमेशा इसमें करते रहनी चाहिए। और देखिए, दुनिया को हम हमारे पीछे क्या था, हम आगे क्या हमारे है, इन सब चीज़ों से कोई बहुत परवाह नहीं करनी चाहिए और इससे कोई बहुत फ़र्क भी नहीं पड़ता है। फ़र्क पड़ता है कि व्हाट लाइज विद इन यू, आपके अंदर क्या है, आपकी क्षमता क्या है, फ़र्क उससे पड़ता है और उसी से बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आता है। बाकी हमारे आगे पीछे क्या है इसको कोई मान्यता नहीं देता, वो बहुत मैटर भी नहीं करता, कोई बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस भी नहीं लाएगा। अगर डिफरेंस कोई आपके जीवन में लाएगा, आपकी तरफ से सोसाइटी में लाएगा, तो यही है कि आपके अंदर क्या क्षमता है, आप कैसे हैं, आपकी सोच कैसी है, यही बहुत बड़ा बदलाव लेकर आ सकता है। तो इन सब चीज़ों को आप देखिए और कभी भी देखिए, सफलताएं भी मिलती हैं, असफलताएं भी मिलती हैं, लेकिन जो भी सफल हुए हैं ऐसा नहीं है कि उनके जीवन में कभी कोई असफलता आई ही नहीं हो। तो असफलताओं को भी कई बार होता है कि उसको सब डिसोन कर देते हैं, कौन कौन असफलता को साथ लेकर चलता है। सफलता के रास्ते में, सफलता को, लक्ष्य को हासिल करने के लिए कई बार असफलताएं भी आती हैं और उसमें बहुत सारे लोगों का उदाहरण है। मैं बहुत सारे लोगों के जीवन पर मैं उसमें नहीं जाऊंगा, आप सब लोग जानते हैं, लेकिन आप देखिए J.K. रॉलिंग का आप देख लीजिए, चाहे आप स्टीव जॉब्स को देख लीजिए, नेल्सन मंडेला को आप देख लीजिए, नारायण मूर्ति जी को आप अपने यहाँ देख लीजिए, तो सब ने बहुत स्क्रैच से शुरू किया और बहुत असफल भी कई बार हुए, लेकिन फिर उसके बाद सफलता ऐसी आई कि पूरा दुनिया अब उनकी तरफ आज देखता है। और हमारे ही देश से कई लोग निकलकर आज सिर्फ कहीं निकलकर सामान्य रूप से कोई योगदान सिर्फ नहीं कर रहे हैं, बल्कि कई बड़े बड़े देशों में बड़े बड़े कॉरपोरेट्स को हेड भी आज हमारे देश से निकले हुए लोग करते हैं। मैं इसीलिए कहता हूँ कि ये पूरा विश्व कभी भी जब बुद्धि की ज़रूरत होती है, क्षमता की ज़रूरत होती है, तो पूरा विश्व हमारे देश की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखता है। कभी पहले, आज से कुछ साल पहले, किसी एक यूनिवर्सिटी के कॉन्वोकेशन प्रोग्राम में ही टेलीकास्ट करते हुए एक टीवी चैनल ने वो कहा, और उसने कहा कि जब पूरे विश्व को कभी भी पेट्रोल, डीजल या फ्यूल की ज़रूरत होती है तो पूरा विश्व आंख उठाकर देखता है, तो मिडिल ईस्ट कंट्रीज़ की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखता है अपेक्षाओं से। जब लोगों को लगता है कि हमें अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए, अच्छे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इक्विपमेंट चाहिए, तो पूरा विश्व आंख उठाकर देखता है तो यूरोप की तरफ, यूएस की तरफ, जर्मनी की तरफ। लेकिन जब कभी भी पूरे विश्व को बुद्धि की ज़रूरत होती है, क्षमता की ज़रूरत होती है, तो पूरा विश्व कहीं और नहीं बल्कि हमारे हिंदुस्तान की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखता है। और आप सब लोगों में ये क्षमता है। मैं तो ये चाहूँगा कि अब पूरा हिंदुस्तान भी अगर आंख उठाकर देखे अपेक्षाओं से कि हमारे देश को अगर ज़रूरत है तो कहाँ वह आंख उठाकर देखे, तो आप सब मेरे भाइयों बहनों के से अपेक्षा भरी नज़रों से देखें और आप और देश को या लोगों को आप निराश नहीं करेंगे, इतना मैं विश्वास के साथ मैं कह सकता हूँ। आज आँखों में चमक लेकर आप नई दुनिया में आज आप प्रवेश करेंगे। मेरी बहुत शुभकामनाएं आप सब लोगों के जीवन के लिए है। और देखिए, आज तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी $5 ट्रिलियन इकॉनमी की बात करते हैं। आज से 10 साल बाद हम $10 ट्रिलियन इकॉनमी या और बड़ी इकॉनमी के रूप में डेवलप होंगे, इस्टेब्लिश होंगे। तो आप सब लोगों तो ऐसे समय में आप लोग आज दुनिया में निकल रहे हैं कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ अनलिमिटेड पॉसिबिलिटीज़ ही आपके सामने हैं और इसमें कहीं पर भी आपको कोई रास्तों की कमी आपके पास नहीं होगी, लेकिन रास्ता सही चुनने की आवश्यकता होगी और उस सही रास्ते पर सही निर्णय लेकर आगे बढ़ते रहने की ज़रूरत होगी, वरना संभावनाओं की कमी आपके पास बिल्कुल भी नहीं होने वाली है। इतना बड़ा ऐसे समय में आप सब लोग यहाँ से आगे आप लोग निकल रहे हैं। तो मैं हमेशा आप इन सब बातों का बिल्कुल ध्यान रखिए और अपने धर्म का पालन आप निश्चित रूप से करते रहिए। कई बार सिर्फ होता है, लगता है लोगों को धर्म की बात कोई करे या पॉलिटिशियन करे तो लोग सिर्फ राम मंदिर और अन्य बहुत पॉलिटिकल चीज़ों से लोग जोड़कर देखने लगते हैं। लेकिन भाइयों बहनों, मेरा हमेशा मानना है कि धर्म की बात मैं जब करता हूँ तो धर्म मतलब अच्छा कर्म, अपनी तरफ से जो अच्छा काम है वही हमारा धर्म है। और इस बात की कोशिश हमारी होनी चाहिए कि हमारा कदम जो भी उठे वह सबके हित के लिए ही उठे और यही आपकी ताकत होनी है। मैं आज बहुत अलग अलग आप फील्ड में जाएंगे, बहुत सक्सेसफुल, बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सक्सेसफुल इसमें होंगे, तो लेकिन एक बात ये ध्यान रखिएगा कि वह सफलता तभी मिलेगी जब इन सब बातों का भी ध्यान या उस मन का सुकून भी, कई बार बहुत सारी चीज़ें मिल जाती हैं लेकिन मन की शांति नहीं है, फिर आदमी भटकता है कि साहब वो कैसे होगा। तो लेकिन इन सब चीज़ों के साथ आप आगे बढ़ेंगे तो सफलता भी मिलेगी। आप जो अचीव करना चाहते हैं दुनिया में वह अचीव भी आप करेंगे और साथ साथ में सिर उठाकर आप वह जीवन जिएंगे। और इससे बड़ी खुशी और इससे बड़ी शांति कोई और नहीं होती है। यह आप सब लोग बिल्कुल गांठ बांध कर आप लोग रख लीजिए। मैं आप सब लोगों को एक बार फिर से, बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं लेकिन मैं जानता हूँ ये वर्चुअल स्पेस में आकर बहुत कुछ कहूँ, वो भी लगता है कि अब कितनी देर आप लोग भी बैठकर कहाँ पर सुनेंगे। कभी फिज़िकली हम सब लोग बिल्कुल कहीं ना कहीं मुलाकात होगी। और ये दुनिया वैसे तो बहुत बड़ी है लेकिन आज इतना टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवांसमेंट के बाद ये दुनिया और छोटी हो गई है, तो कहीं ना कहीं निश्चित रूप से हम सब लोगों की मुलाकात होती रहेगी। मैं आप सब लोगों के बहुत सफल और बहुत ही सुखद भविष्य की मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूँ। और एक बार फिर से मैं पूरी गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी के पूरे मैनेजमेंट, पूरी टीम और श्री सुनील गलगोटिया जी और ध्रुव गलगोटिया जी के प्रति भी मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि आपने मुझे अपने इस प्रेस्टिजियस यूनिवर्सिटी में यहाँ बोलने का मौका मुझे दिया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और फिर से एक बार आप लोगों की सफलता की कामना करते हुए मैं अपनी बात में समाप्त करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Honorable Chief Guest for the function, Professor Gopal Rao, Director IIT Delhi, Dr. Suman Sinha, Chairman Renew Power, our Honorable Chancellor Sri Sunil Galgotia, CEO Sri Dhruv Galgotia, Guest of Honor Sri Pankaj Singh Ji, our Deans, faculty members, and my very dear graduating students. First, I'd like to congratulate all of you who are graduating today. Please accept my greetings. And I'd like to compliment you, your parents, and your teachers who have taken all the effort to shape you and taught you all these years that you have spent at Galgotias University, that you are going out, stepping out as confident individuals to take on the world. Also, my congratulations are to those who have earned the medals and other accolades, and also those of you who have landed up with good jobs. Today, you are stepping into the real world, the world that is going to be exciting, challenging, demanding, but at the same time rewarding as the time goes. Use your learning that you have acquired to adapt, and not only to adapt, but also to break out and make a change and move away from the status quo and create something new, something which is going to make a difference. But to do that, you have to continuously be on your toes, keep on learning, unlearning, and relearning, because learning to learn is one of the lessons you have to carry when you step out of the campus. One thing that has changed during this crisis is that technology, we have all used technology, but technology has started playing a bigger role in our lives, or the technologies that have become disruptive, and the digital technologies are going to make a difference in whatever we do. So master the technology and never be afraid of experimenting and finding new solutions. Never be discouraged, never look back, give everything you have got, and when you fall throughout your life, fall forward. And that is what Denzel Washington said. So life is going to be exciting. You're going to take up bigger challenges in life. You're going to lead from the front. But you must remember, learning will never stop. You will have to keep acquiring new skills, skills that are fungible, skills that are transferable, because in today's world, which is complex, which is uncertain, which is volatile, you will need capacity to deal with these challenges. You will have to be emotionally strong and balanced. You will have to build relationships and your networks, because relationships are going to go a long way. You are going to be fair and ethical in your dealings. You're going to be persuasive and objective when you deal with other people and look at the teams with which you work, and also acquire the skills to comprehend complex problems and find solutions. You have to be global in your outlook, because we live in a global village where all the boundaries have virtually collapsed. So you have to have a broad-based outlook and global mindedness. As I said, ethics and values, no compromise, because today you live in a world which is absolutely transparent. So we talk about individual credit in the financial markets. Well, times have come where you have to create credibility in the social networks, and social credit will come a long way to define who you are. Your mental health and wellness, you have to always be conscious and keep investing in that. You have to be confident in dealing with people and taking up issues and be able to effectively communicate. And please remember, whatever you do, whatever you achieve, achievements will be yours. But I think the joy is in sharing, and what will matter is the difference that you make, not only to your life and life of your family and your friends, but other people. How many people you can reach out, what difference you can make, how much can you and how you can contribute to society, and especially to those who are not as privileged as you are, who are walking out with fantastic degrees from this university. So please be conscious that world is going to be demanding, challenging, exciting. Technology is going to play a big role, and you will have ample of opportunities to experiment and explore and achieve what you want to achieve. As we say, the world is open, the field is open. It's for you to select which game, which sports or which way you want to move, what kind of approach you take, and whatever you do, be conscious, because whatever we do, I think if we do it consciously, we will always remember that it has consequences beyond the immediate results. So as long as you live your life with those kind of values, as long as you are conscious of the fact that people who have helped you and you stay grateful, I think you will become great leaders and be very responsible citizens, and you will make all the difference. So I wish you all the best. Go there, make a difference, because that's what everybody is looking up to you. That's what society wants from you. That's what your parents want from you, and that's what your teachers and all of us want from you. So all the best. Be there and do what it takes to make a difference. Thank you so much.
Honorable Chancellor, Honorable CEO, Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Vice Chancellor, Deans, Registrar, faculty members, staff, students, and parents. Students, I am delighted to address you on your graduation ceremony and the Convocation Day. It is indeed a proud moment for all the students, parents, and faculty. Today, the world is on the cusp of a big change, and a new normal is being spoken about. The real challenges and tests are now to start, and I am quite optimistic that the challenges bring the best out of the one who is determined to rise in life. This day, we unfold a new phase of your life, and the knowledge, values, ethos, and principles of success that you have learned here in Galgotias will act like a lighthouse for all of you. Stay true to the most real, most sincere, most authentic parts of yourself, and I am sure The kind of nurturing and hand-holding that you have got here in the Galgotias will help you in unleashing your maximum potential in the outside world. I congratulate each one of you on this day and wish you an exciting career ahead. I also take this opportunity to congratulate you, your parents, your loved ones, and who have sacrificed their own happiness to help you to carve a niche for yourself. You are seeing the light of the day because of their commitment, dedication, and blessings to see you rise in life. Therefore, this day equally belongs to them as well. Now that you have been awarded your degrees, and as you step out to set your foot out in the uncharted territories, I would like to remind you Bhagwan Buddha's address to his disciples when he said, Atay Deep Bhava, meaning be your own light.
That was phenomenal, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the most awaited moment has arrived. The stalwarts in the field were accomplished milestones and have also been an inspiration to many. Galgotias University acknowledges their contribution to research, and as a symbol of our appreciation, we present them the honorary degree. It is a special day because these are the recipients of first set of honorary degrees from Galgotias University. I now request Dean Postgraduate and Research Studies of the University and Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam to initiate the presentation of candidates, and Honorable Chancellor Sir to accept the degree.
Good morning, Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am. I present to you the honorary degree to be presented to Dr. Ram Gopal Rao, Shri Suman Sinha and Dr. Kevin Warwick. May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am to read the citation.
I am honored to read citation of Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao. Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao is currently the director IIT Delhi. Before joining IIT Delhi as a director in April 2016, Dr. Rao served as a P.K. Kelkar Chair Professor for Nanotechnology in the Department of Electrical Engineering and as the Chief Investigator for the Center of Excellence in Nanoelectronics project at IIT Bombay. Dr. Rao has over 450 research publications in the area of nanoscale devices and nanoelectronics, and is an inventor on 45 patents and patent applications, which include 17 issued US patents. 12 of his patents have been licensed to industries for commercialization. Professor Rao is a co-founder of 2 deep technology startups at IIT Bombay, NanoSniff and AMP Solutions, which are developing products of relevance to the society. Professor Rao is a fellow of IEEE, fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, the Indian Academy of Sciences, the National Academy of Sciences, and the Indian National Science Academy. Professor Rao's work is recognized with many awards and honors in the country and abroad. He is a recipient of the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize in Engineering Sciences in 2005 and the Infosys Prize in 2013. Dr. Rao also received the Swarna Jayanti Fellowship Award from the Department of Science and Technology, IBM Faculty Award, Best Research Award from the Intel Asia Academic Forum, Technomentor Award from the India Semiconductor Association, DAE SRC Outstanding Research Investigator Award, NASI Reliance Platinum Jubilee Award, JC Bose National Fellowship, and Professor C.N. Rao National Nanoscience Award, Vashvik Award, and Excellence in Research Award from IIT Bombay. Professor Rao was an editor for the IEEE Transactions on Electronic Devices during 2003 to 2012 for the CMOS devices and technology area, and currently serves on the editorial advisory board of SES Nanoletters, a leading international journal in the area of nanotechnology. He is a distinguished lecturer IEEE Electronic Devices Society and interacts closely with many semiconductor industries both in India and abroad. Dr. Rao served as the chairman of IEEE APED Bombay chapter and is the vice chairman IEEE Asia Pacific Regional Chapter Subcommittee for 2 terms. He was the first elected chairman for the India section, American Nano Society, during 2000 to 15. Sir, we are honored that you have accepted honorary doctoral degree of Galgotias University. Thank you.
On the occasion of its Convocation Ceremony 2020, Galgotias University takes immense pleasure in conferring a doctorate degree on Mr. Sumant Sinha for his outstanding contributions in the areas of business entrepreneurship. A leading first-generation entrepreneur, Sumant Sinha is the founder, chairman, and managing director of Renew Power, India's leading clean energy company. He started his career as an investment banker in the US and UK with leading global banks such as Citibank and ING, post which he returned to India and served as the finance head of the Aditya Birla Group and CEO at Suzlon. Sumant founded Renew Power in January 2011 with a vision to transform the energy. Mr. Sumant founded Renew Power in January 2011 with a vision to transform the way energy is produced and consumed in India. Since then, under his leadership, Renew has grown exponentially to emerge as one of the India's premier renewable power producers with over 10,000 megawatt of commissioned and under construction wind and solar capacity spanning more than 100 sites across India. Renew was also the first Indian company to cross 5,000 megawatt of commissioned capacity in this sector. Renew today generates 1% India's total electricity generated annually, and in doing so also helps mitigate 0.5% of India's carbon emissions in a year. Mr. Sumant is a passionate advocate for solutions related to climate change through the intersection of business and public policy. As an expert on economic policy and climate change, he is an excellent speaker at many global platforms through leadership events and top global universities. Mr. Sumant has authored more than 100 articles in leading global and Indian publications. Sumant is a member of board on shaping the future of energy at the World Economic Forum and serves as the chair of the Climate Group's India's advisory board. He is a member of the board of directors of the US-India Strategic Partnership Forum. He chairs the CIA's National Renewable Energy Council and is also on the board of governors of IIT Delhi, IIM Calcutta and Siramoor, and the School of International Public Affairs at Columbia University. He is also an alumni of IIT Delhi, IIM Calcutta and SIPA. For his achievements in the area of entrepreneurship and clean energy, Mr. Sumant has won several awards including Entrepreneur India's Entrepreneur of the Year Award 2019, the Economics Times Entrepreneur of the Year Award 2018, and EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2017, Outstanding Startup of the Year at the Forbes India's Awards 2017. He has also been conferred the IIM Calcutta Distinguished Alumni Award in 2019 and the IIT Delhi Distinguished Alumni Award in 2018. We acknowledge Sumant's exemplary achievements as a business entrepreneur and are delighted to confer upon him an honorary doctorate degree of this university in due recognition of the same, given this on 20th day of September 2020.
Dr. Kevin Warwick is recognized internationally as a world's first cyborg during his pioneering medical research as a self-experimenter with implant technology. He achieved the world's first direct electronic communication between two human nervous systems, the basis for thought communication. He also researches into the intelligent stimulator to counteract the effects of Parkinson's disease and shocked the field of artificial intelligence by developing the robot with a biological brain. He appeared on the cover of the USA magazine Wired because of his research. Kevin has received many honors from British Ellison Cliff Medal, Royal Society of Medicine 2011, RA-Inch and IT Mountbatten Medal in 2008, IEEE Senior Achievement Medal in 2004, EPSRC Millennium Prize in 2000, and foreign affiliation he has elected to International Academy of Systems and Cybernetic Sciences in 2018, elected member European Academy of Sciences and Arts Cyber 2014, Golden Erudite Award International Federation for Biophilosophy Brussels 2009, Future of Health Technology Award MIT USA 2000, honorary member of Academy of Sciences St. Petersburg, Russia in 1999. Academic qualification, so he has done his BSc honors and in electrical and electronic engineering from Aston University, PhD and DIC in computer control systems from Imperial College London, and Doctor of Science DSc in computer control from Imperial College London in 1993, DRSc technical cybernetics from Czech Academy of Sciences Prague in 1994. Currently, he is an emeritus professor, University of Reading and from Coventry University. Kevin is a chartered engineer and researches in control, artificial intelligence, robotics and biomedical engineering. He was 8 years for head of the department for cybernetics and 5 years head of the school engineering and computer science, Reading University. He was deputy vice chancellor of Coventry University. Kevin carried out experimental in involving a neurosurgical implantation into medical nerves of his left arm to link his nervous system directly to computer to assess the latest technology to use the disabled. He was successful with the first extrasensory ultrasonic input for a human and with the first electronic telegraphic communication between the nervous system of two humans. He managed the project including fundraising, coordination of medical personnel and the employment of the staff. The first paper on his work was selected as a paper for the month of the American Medical Association. Kevin's research also involves the invention of intelligent deep brain stimulator to counteract the effects of Parkinson's disease. His research involving cultured neurons acting as a brain of the robot was featured in the New Scientist and appeared in the display of Science Museum, London. This is the basis for investigations into Alzheimer's disease. He was an independent member of UK MOD Scientific Advisory Board and acted as an advisor at national level. Kevin's research was selected by National Geographic for the single person documentary. Because of his research output, he appeared on the cover of Wired magazine. Kevin has produced over 600 publications on his research and including over 150 refereed journal articles and 29 books. We are honored, Dr. Kevin, that you have accepted honorary doctoral degree from Galgotias University.
I now request to award the honorary degrees to Dr. Ram Gopal Rao, Shri Sumant Sinha and Dr. Kevin Warwick for their extraordinary work in the field of research. I also request them to say a few words.
Thank you so much to Galgotias University. I've got the university stole here, absolutely wonderful, the university flag, and of course, my pride and joy, the degree certificate, the honorary Doctor of Letters.
I would also like to thank Galgotias University management and the Senate for conferring on me a honorary doctorate degree in this convocation. With this, I am also part of the graduating class and I am happy to be one among you.
I would like to thank Mr. Sunil Galgotia, Mr. Dhruv Galgotia, Dr. Preeti Bajaj, the Board of Governors and members of the Executive Council at Galgotia University for conferring this doctorate degree on me. It is an absolute honor to receive this prestigious recognition. I would also like to thank my wife, Vaishali, for being an anchor in my life and for providing me with necessary support and encouragement to give my best at work and also to chase my dreams. I am also grateful to my mentors and leaders in all the organizations that I have worked in, both in India and abroad, for giving me the opportunity to learn and hone my skills. I must also say that I am accepting this recognition on behalf of my entire team at Renew Power. Their commitment and passion has been a key contributor to my success over the last decade. I am grateful to my colleagues, fellow renewers, for believing in me and staying with me along this journey. I must say that I also see this recognition as an acknowledgement of the tremendous progress that the Indian clean energy sector as a whole has made in the last few years. You must be aware that climate change has emerged as a very serious threat to humanity. And if we don't act now, we are staring at devastating impact on lives and livelihoods in the days ahead, far greater than what has happened in the case of COVID. There are already enough signs of this, and we must absolutely do everything we can to accelerate the transition to clean energy, such as solar and wind, and move away from carbon-emitting fossil fuels. As we press the reset button post the COVID pandemic, we have the opportunity to design and implement a green recovery that will make our societies more resilient, inclusive, and healthy. A vibrant renewable energy sector is critical to charting a sustainable growth path for the Indian economy. I therefore again say, I humbly accept this recognition, which will strengthen my and my team's resolve to create a better future through enhanced access to affordable and clean energy. And I would like to thank once again Galgotia University for having conferred this extremely prestigious award on me. Thank you very much.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, on behalf of all those graduating, I would like to say a big thank you to Galgotias University. The university is very much on the up at the moment in terms of academic performance and repute, so to be awarded an honorary doctorate at this time is a great honour. I've got my doctoral certificate here, and it's going to go up on the wall. This is in my home. It's going to go up on the wall behind me as soon as I finish this presentation, but it means an incredible amount for me. I would love to be with you, but because of the coronavirus situation, it's simply not possible. I just hope that before too long, a vaccine is produced which will allow me to travel and others to travel, of course. But then I will come and visit the university and meet some of the people who are looking at this now. It will require humans and technology working together to produce that vaccine. And in fact, I'm a professor of cybernetics, which is about humans and technology working together. So it's very much in this ilk. For all those graduating today, I'd like to say a big congratulations to all of you. You really have achieved something. But that's something, it's not the end of things. It's just a point in time. And as you go into the future, you'll be given new opportunities, which you can either take or shy away from, decide not to go for. And I would say, take a risk, go for it. Don't be scared of things. You may well get people say, oh, you can't do it. It's not possible. But take it, go for it. If you fail, fine. Then people may laugh at you. So what? You learn from it. And next time come out fighting and achieve something, because when you do achieve something, then it really means something. You've done it because yourself, you have achieved it, despite what other people have said. Now, one example of that is many years ago, we developed a robot called Roger, which was designed to do a half marathon. This was going to be the world's first half marathon robot. And we entered it in a half marathon in England. And what it was designed to do was just to follow me around. I trained for the half marathon. I was going to run in front, and I had an infrared transmitter attached to my back. And Roger, the robot, had an infrared receiver on the front. So it was just designed to track me on this infrared signal and stay 2 meters behind me at all times. So if I went faster, the robot would go faster. If I went slower, then the robot would go slower. And I went slower a lot more times than I went faster. Fine, this was it. We started off the half marathon. Everything went great. This was October in England, which normally it's quite grey and overcast. But on this occasion, it was a very sunny day, quite a surprise. The robot followed me for a while, all was going great, but then it caught sight of the sun and decided, because the sun, as you know, is a fantastic transmitter of infrared, it would go towards the sun, trying to get 2 meters away from the sun. It didn't quite make it. It crashed into the side of the road. This was a student project, so the students were crying, very disappointed. So we tried to do this half marathon robot, and it hadn't worked because of the weather conditions, the sun out in England. What a surprise. But we learned from it, and a few years later, we used the same infrared transmission for communications. I've got one of the little robots here. Here it is. What this little robot does looks great. It moves around, and it has ultrasonic sensors on it. And what it tries to do with this ultrasonic, it's a bit like a bat sensors. What it tries to do is to learn how to move around in a little corral without bumping into things. And then when it's learned a way of achieving that, moving around, not bumping into walls or other robots or whatever, then it teaches another robot, and it can do this via the internet, to behave in exactly the same way. It uses an infrared communication system either to a local robot or to communicate via the internet. And this actually appeared in the Guinness Book of Records and got great fame for the university and so on. But it was using exactly the same technique, which in a way had failed as far as Roger, the robot, is concerned, but then it worked very well for the second. Now, let's move on a bit further. Another project, as far as I was concerned, was what's called the brain gate. This was an implant that was fired. You might still see some scars in my arm here. This was fired into my nervous system, the aim being to link my nervous system with the computer and then onto the internet. And definitely for this, before this happened, I was told, you can't do it. It's simply not possible. There are all these reasons why it's not going to work. Even things like financially, nobody's going to insure you. But I worked with surgeons on the project, and we achieved it. The implant was fired into my nervous system. It was there for just over 3 months. An example, one of the things I was able to do, I went to New York, to Columbia University, and we put my nervous system via the implant onto the internet and linked to a robot hand, which I've got a hand here. I just happen to have a hand. There we go. We linked to a robot hand in Reading, in England, and when I moved my hand in New York, my nervous system signals, my neural signals, went across the internet, which was like extending my nervous system to move the robot hand in England. So effectively, I had a nervous system which went across the Atlantic Ocean, and I had another arm, a third arm, that was in England. And not only that, but in the hand we used, it had sensors on the fingertips, and we sent signals back across the internet to stimulate my nervous system in America, so that I could feel how much force the robot hand was applying. Now, clearly that's useful for somebody that's lost their hand, but it's also possible to extend your body effectively via this implant. And it was something to actually achieve that and to feel, yes, despite people saying, no, it's simply not possible, we actually did it. We achieved it. And that will be the same for you. So really, I would say to you, all the graduates and even parents, whoever's watching, go for it. When you have a case, could I do this? Here's an opportunity. Could I do that? Don't question it. Just do it the best you can. If you fail, well, you've given it a try. If you don't fail, if you succeed, then great. Really enjoy your time because you've achieved it yourself. I think one of the things that experiment showed me when I was in the operation to have the implant put in my nervous system, it took 2 hours. And it was very much the surgeon was there, the anaesthetist, there was nurses, there was a whole team of people. And it took a whole team. Various points the surgeon said, what do I do now? And the anaesthetist suggested, or a nurse suggested something. And in order that, I was just the patient in a way, but I could contribute. It was a team effort. And I know for those of you that are graduating, it's very much a team effort. The people in the university that have helped you, the tutors, the lecturers, you have to work with them in order to get what, and I'm sure you would like to thank those people who helped you in that way. Perhaps more so family, because graduating doesn't get achieved without family helping. Parents, brothers, sisters, all can contribute. And I'm sure you would wish to thank them as well. And I think to conclude, for those of you graduating, for the future, when you wake up in the morning, feel, I'm going to achieve something today. Every day, say that. I'm going to achieve something. I'm going to do something different, something that will change the world. And if you have that mindset, then you will change the world. So I thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, sir. We will now present candidates in person and in absentia for the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. I request Dean Postgraduate and Research, Dr. Naresh Kumar, to initiate the presentation of candidates. I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam to present the degree of philosophy to the scholars.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Preeti Bajaj, I present to you the doctoral students who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the doctoral degrees of the Galgotias University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of the Galgotia University, I admit the candidates in person and candidates in absentia for the award of Doctor of Philosophy degrees of the university for which candidates have been declared qualified.
So I present you total 6 candidates. 5 candidates passed out in 2019 and 1 candidate in 2020.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh, I hereby confer upon you the doctoral degree and charge you that in your life, by words and deeds, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Now it is time we acknowledge the talent of our brimming graduating students. The fruit of hard work and discipline will finally be achieved. You will now be receiving your degree certificate, a symbol of accomplishment. You will become members of an elite organization, the Alumni Association of Galgotias University, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this association.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Galgotias University, Dr. Preeti Bajaj ma'am, I present to you the graduating candidates in person and in absentia candidates who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Galgotias University.
I, Dr. Venugopal Ramachandran, the Dean of the School of Business, declare that in 2019, 571 students and in 2020, 663 students have graduated from the Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Amit Kumar Goyal, Dean School of Computing Science and Engineering, declare that in 2019, UG and PG 1008, in 2020, UG and PG 1264 have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. A.K. Jain, Dean, School of Basic and Applied Sciences, declare that in 2019, UG, PG and PhD 153 and in 2020, UG, PG 166 have graduated from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Professor Dr. Manju Dominic, Dean, School of Civil Engineering, declare that in 2019, 135 undergraduate students and 24 postgraduate students, and in 2020, 98 undergraduate students and 24 postgraduate students have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Maniraj M., Dean School of Mechanical Engineering, declare that in 2019, 285 undergraduates and 16 postgraduates, and in 2020, 171 undergraduates and 13 postgraduates have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Vaibhaswata Mahapatra, Dean School of Electrical, Electronics and Communication Engineering, declare that in 2019, 116 UG students and 13 PG students, and in 2020, 111 undergraduate students and 4 PG students have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Professor P.K. Sharma, Dean School of Medical and Allied Sciences, declare that in 2019, UG, PG and PhD 107, and in 2020, UG, PG 184 have graduated from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
Good morning to all of you. I, Dr. Salim Shamsher, Dean School of Finance and Commerce, hereby declare that in 2019, 81 UG students and 19 PG students, and in 2020, 26 PG students and 69 UG students have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh. Thank you.
I, Dr. Azim Khan B. Pathan, Dean School of Law, declare that in 2019, 212 undergraduate and postgraduate students, in 2020, 240 undergraduate and postgraduate students have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Onkar Nath Mehra, Dean School of Hospitality and Tourism, hereby declare that in 2019, undergraduate 32 and in 2020, undergraduate 41 have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Professor Atul Setia, Dean School of Architecture, declare that in 2019, 14 undergraduate and in 2020, 24 undergraduates have graduated from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Satyendra Gupta, Dean School of Education, declare that in 2019, 17 undergraduates and in 2020, 39 undergraduates have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, K.M. Dikshit, Principal, University Polytechnic, declare that in 2019, 178 undergraduate and in 2020, 221 undergraduate from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Shikha Shrivastava, Dean, School of Liberal Education, declare that in 2019, 83 undergraduate students, 9 postgraduate students, 1 PhD student, and in 2020, 63 undergraduate student and 9 postgraduate student have graduated from Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Eram Pandey, Dean, School of Media and Communication Studies, declare that in 2019, 210 UG and PG students, and in 2020, 157 UG and PG students have graduated from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
Good morning, everyone. I, Professor Asha Qureshi, Dean School of Nursing, declare that in 2019, 40 undergraduate students and in 2020, 42 number of undergraduate students have graduated from Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh.
I, Dr. Ranjana Saxena Patnaik, Dean, School of Biological and Biomedical Engineering, declare that 19 students in 2019 and 16 students in 2020 have graduated from Galgotias Universities, Uttar Pradesh.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Galgotias University, I admit the candidates in person and candidates in absentia for the award of undergraduate and postgraduate degrees of the university for which candidates have been declared qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Galgotias University, Uttar Pradesh, I hereby confer upon you the undergraduate and postgraduate degrees and charge you that in your life, by words and deeds, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will recognize the achievements of a group of exceptionally talented students by presenting their medals and trophies. May I call upon Dean Academics, Dr. Shah, to announce the name of the awardees.
With all humility, I invite our Honorable Chancellor to award the bronze, silver, gold medal and the prestigious Chancellor's Trophy to the graduating students who secured positions in academics in their respective programs. We will have the presentation of the prestigious Chancellor's Trophy. For 2019, this award goes to Shaurya Chauhan from School of Computing Science and Engineering and Ms. Veda Singh from School of Biomedical and Biosciences Engineering. For 2020, the Chancellor's Trophy goes to Azimuddin from School of Computing Science and Engineering and Ms. Julie Koshi from School of Education. With all humility, I request our Honorable Chancellor, Sri Sunil Galgotia ji, to do the honors. Let us congratulate all our toppers and awardees by giving a thunderous applause. And thank you, Honorable Chancellor Sir, for giving the award.
Thank you so much, Professor Shan. I now call upon the recipients of the Chancellor Trophy to administer the graduate pledge to the fellow graduates and postgraduates. I request all the fresh graduates and postgraduates to kindly stand and repeat the pledge with full sincerity and respect after the students.
I,
Shan
of
Galgotias
University,
Greater Noida,
hereby pledge I shall endeavor to be honest in the
profession
of my
dignity and integrity,
and shall uphold the dignity and dignity of my profession and the honor of my university. Shall strive and imbibe professional excellence in my field of endeavor. Shall uphold and advance social order and well-being of my fellow members, and shall devote all my energy to promote unity, integrity, and secular ideals
of my country.
Thank you so much. Now I request our Honorable Chancellor Sir to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
To all the graduates, it is now time for you to shine in this universe, and we have for you the galaxy of some exceptionally talented people. The stalwarts from various fields who will now share their greetings and their messages for our fresh graduates and postgraduates. We all know how important is the corporate world with the fresh graduates and the postgraduates, and keeping this in mind, we have with us today Mr. Sudhir Mishra, Senior Geo Lead, Talent Acquisition, Infosys.
Hello, my name is Sudhir Mishra and I am from Infosys Limited. Very happy to be here and interacting with all of you, the graduating batch of 2020. I understand that there are about 3,500 of you graduating today, and I'm very happy that all of you are getting into a world which is going to be extremely beautiful and amazing. I'll tell you a very nice little story. There was this little girl who was about 8 years of age, and she was on board a flight, and in about 4 to 5 minutes the flight was supposed to land. And while the flight was supposed to land, suddenly there was a lot of turbulence, and because of this turbulence people were getting scared and the flight was not able to fly properly. It was really very scary. Everybody was screaming, shouting, yelling, and literally scared, very scared. While all this was happening, this little girl, she had her belt around herself and she was very relaxed and very chilled out, looking outside. And this continued for about 3 to 4 minutes. And after about 3 to 4 minutes, the flight safely landed. Now, when the flight landed, everybody was puzzled, scared, and finally kind of relieved as well. And then they looked at the little girl, and then there was this old man who was sitting next to the girl. He asked the girl, we were all scared, we were all really worried. Why is it that you are not worried about it? She looked at the old man and said in a very relaxed way, I was very sure that the flight is going to land safely because my dad is the pilot of this aircraft and he's going to ensure that I am always safe. So the message that I want to give to all of you is have absolute faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, faith in your intelligence, faith in people around you. That's the key message that I want to send to all of you. Good luck and do well.
Thank you so much, sir. And I'm pretty sure that it must have been very useful for our fresh graduates and postgraduates. As it's known that such talent and such messages from such people is never enough. So, we have with us Mr. L. Ambala, Manager Global Campus Hiring of Talent Acquisition, Wipro.
I would like to congratulate all the graduates of Galgotia University on the occasion of your convocation. I wish you all the best and keep winning.
We are so grateful to have Mr. V. Mrityunjay, Human Resources of Talent Acquisition Cognizant, with us today to share his valuable thoughts with our postgraduates and graduate students.
Hello everyone, this is Mrityunjay from Cognizant. I'd like to welcome you all on behalf of Galgotias University for Galgotias University Convocation 2020. It gives me immense pride and pleasure to have given this opportunity. And we always have to remember this, that we came to this place together to learn, to grow and to share. But no matter the time and space may separate us, but still we will always be the class of 2020.
Thank you so much, sir. Next up we have with us Mr. Rajat Sekka, Regional Head, Academic Relations from North India TCS.
Dear students, congratulations on your convocation. This is Rajat Sekka from TCS, from Tata Consultancy Services. This pandemic has shown us the way we've done well in this past 6 months. God bless, do well, be positive, show a learning attitude, and I'm sure you're going to do very well in your life. Congratulations, God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, we have with us Mr. Mohammed Arif Kaushal, HR Talent Acquisition from Automobiles India Private Limited.
Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Arif Kaushal from Automobiles India Private Limited. So this is my message to all of you, though this is a difficult time for all of us, but still we have to get over the line. Whatever hindrances or obstacles may be, but you have to have the belief in yourself. You should believe yourself, you all have the potential, you all have the ability, so you should trust yourself. And once you have the belief in yourself, I think you can come and achieve anything in your life. So you should have your goals and objectives, what you are going to achieve, and for this you have to put up your best performance. You have to come forward for this, and whatever the opportunities over there, so you have to grab it with both hands. You should not have to wait for the time. If there is something, so you have to come forward and you have to unleash your potential. So we all agree, this is a time where people are fighting hard, industries are not having so much openings as of now, but still I think the talent that you have never goes waste. It would never go in vain. So you all have to have this kind of attitude towards achieving your goals and objectives, and I believe the current batch of 2020 has that potential where they can come forward and have more and more success.
Well, now it is time for some very extraordinary, exceptional and some marvelous gems of the industry to come and embrace us with a few words to motivate and inspire our fresh graduates and postgraduates. First up, we have someone who is not only the pride of India but is also an exceptional singer. We are very grateful to have Mr. Shankar Madhavan with us today to enlighten our fresh graduates and postgraduates with a few words.
Hi, this is Shankar Mahadevan and I'd like to welcome you all on behalf of the Galgotias University for the Galgotias University Convocation 2020. Wow, what an achievement. On this special occasion, all I would like to say is keep moving, guys. Keep moving. Keep moving with great focus, with perseverance, with love, with dedication, and see to it that you'll achieve your goals under any circumstance, come what may. Let nothing hinder your thoughts and nothing should hinder your passion towards achieving your goal. So, on this special occasion, I'd like to sing 2 lines of a song that kind of encapsulates what I'm trying to say. हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है. हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है. तुझे अब ये दिखाना है, रोके तुझको आंधियां या जमीन और आसमां पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा. लक्ष्य को हर हाल में पाना है. All the very best, each and every member of the Galgotias University. God bless you.
He is someone who doesn't need an introduction. He is the shining star of the Bollywood dynasty. Please put your hand together for Shan.
Hi everyone, I'm Shan and a big shout out to all the graduating students. And this message I bring on behalf of Galgotias University, welcoming you to Galgotias Convocation 2020. On your graduation, when you're just about to step out into this real world, it's important that you don't let the noise of others drown out your own inner voice. सारे स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत बहुत सारी बधाई और मेरी शुभकामनाएं. और चलिए ऐसे मौके पर एक गाना तो ज़रूर बनता है. तो फिर जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल, होंठों को करके गोल, पिचक दुम पिचक दुम तुम पिचक दुम. Hey, life for out of control, होंठों को करके गोल, होंठों को करके गोल, सीटी बजा के बोल, all is well. अरे मुर्गी क्या जाने अंडे का क्या होगा, लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा. अरे कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा, लेकिन आपका फ्यूचर होगा ऑलवेज ब्राइट दोस्तों, क्योंकि all is well. So wishing you all again a very, 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 very happy graduation, and this beautiful life awaits you. Go grab it, do your thing, and best wishes to all of you. From me and of course from Galgotias University.
From Teri Diwani to Allah ke Bande. He hasn't just won 1 million hearts, but he's also someone we are very proud of. Please put your hands together for none other than Mr. Kailash Kher. He will once again mesmerize us with his heartwarming songs and is here to motivate our fresh graduates and postgraduates.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं कैलाश खेर और गलगोटियाज यूनिवर्सिटी के सभी ग्रेजुएटिंग स्टूडेंट्स को गलगोटियाज कॉन्वोकेशन 2020 में आमंत्रण करता हूं. जब एक ही मिली है जिंदगी, सोच मत चाहे आर हो या पार हो, तू ले जान वो असल जान है जिसके करतब पे सौ जान निसार हो. तू जो चाह ले अगर कदमों में तेरे हो शिखर, तू खुद पर यकीन कर. बस हमारी एक ही कमज़ोरी है कि हम प्रयास करना छोड़ देते हैं, और सफलता का सबसे बड़ा रास्ता ही ये है कि एक बार और प्रयास किया जाए. मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और बधाई आप सभी को। और ये गीत आप सबके लिए मैं समर्पित करता हूँ। यूं ही चला चल रही, यूं ही चला चल रही, जीवन गाड़ी है समय पहिया। आंसू की नदियाँ भी हैं, खुशियों की बगिया भी हैं, रास्ता सब तेरा तक है भैया। All the very best.
Moving on with the musical flow, we have with us today the sensational, the marvelous, and everyone's favorite, Miss Shivani Kashyap. Please put your hands together for Miss Shivani Kashyap.
Hi, this is Shivani Kashyap. On behalf of Galgotias University, I welcome all the graduating students to Galgotias Convocation 2020. Remember, there will be failures and hardships in your life, but you can learn from others and your own mistakes, because there's very little learning from success. So I wish you all a very bright and a very happy and prosperous future, and to make your celebration more special, I'm going to sing this song for you. दिल का दरिया बह ही गया, इश्क इबादत बन ही गया, खुद को मुझे तू सौंप दे, मेरी जरूरत तू बन गया, बात दिल की नजरों नहीं, सच कह रहा तेरी कसम, तेरे रंग ना लेके एक भी तुझे कितना चाहने लगे, तेरे साथ जाएंगे कदम, तुझे कितना चाहने लगे।
We all must have seen him play in the field, but what made him the best cricketer is his motivation to be the best. Please put your hands together for none other than Mr. Jaunty Rhodes.
Hey everyone, I am Jaunty Rhodes, and on behalf of Galgotias University, I bring this message for the class of 2020. You guys are about to start a new innings in life. Just like the cricket field, there will be challenges, obstacles, and a whole lot of teamwork required. You need to be there for each other, and if you believe in teamwork, you can bring home the trophy. So congratulations and all the best to Dhruv, the CEO of Galgotias University, for Convocation 2020.
Now I invite our Honorable CEO to deliver the vote of thanks.
As we come to the closing of the first online convocation ceremony, let me first congratulate all the graduating students for achieving this new milestone in your lives. Even though the convocation on campus has been much more exciting with the elation and enthusiasm of students, friends and family and their respected parents who have sacrificed so much to see this day of your lives. I miss seeing and meeting all of our brilliant students here on campus. We are waiting for you to welcome you back. Today I am extremely honored to have such great thought leaders and people of such exemplary profile who have broken benchmarks and redefined success to take out time to attend our online convocation. The life lessons that come from years of hard work and perseverance and diligence will surely take you a long way ahead of your lives. I sincerely thank Dr. Suman Sinha, Chairman of Renew Power, Professor Gopala Rao, Director IIT New Delhi, and Professor Kevin Warwick, Coventry University, USA, for accepting the honorary doctoral degree and for being a part of the Galgotias University family and inspiring the young leaders of tomorrow. I also profoundly thank some of our key talent acquisition partners who have been recruiting Galgotias students for over a decade now and are a part of our family. Mr. Sudhir Mishra ji from Infosys, Mr. L. Ambala from Wipro, Mr. V. Mrityunjay from Cognizant, Mr. Ranjit Sikka from Tata Consultancy Services, and Mr. Arif from Oppo Mobiles. I also thank some of the most versatile and well-known personalities who have given their motivational messages to all the graduating students here at Galgotias and have made our convocation even more special. A big thank you to Kailash Kher ji, Shankar Mahadevan ji, Shan, Shibani Kashyap ji, and my childhood idol, Jonty Rhodes. Most importantly, I congratulate all the confident and meritorious students and medal winners who have proven their ability to excel in the university with their focus and achieving their goals. I wish you all the best for the future that you will inherit and shape. A big thank you to all the students and staff who are working behind the scenes to make this e-convocation extremely successful. I promise all the students a big farewell on campus as soon as you're back. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, let's give a big round of applause for our fresh graduates and postgraduates. The closing hour has finally arrived. Tomorrow, new challenges and opportunities shall await you all and will further test your mettle as improving individuals. As you continue with the journey, may you look back to the stage of your life with fondness and pride. Enjoy your day and celebrate this day with your family and friends. As Franklin Roosevelt has once said, we may not be able to prepare the future for the next generation, but at least we can prepare the next generation for the future. In line with this, at Galgotias University, we have tried to prepare our students to connect learning with real life and to provide them with necessary skills for facing future challenges. With our best wishes for a great future ahead, I, Sneha, sign off. I request you all to kindly stand for the national anthem and please remain standing until the academic procession leaves the convocation hall.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे